allow us to dwell into this subject. Oh, this is just a Western subject that has been brought to us. So you must give your input, over everything. If you're or about why, if you're against the LGBTQ, tell us why, and then give us that all those. I'm going to give you a little bit context of what I'm talking about. Then I'm going to give you each of you maybe give her perspective, 4 minutes, and then from there give Nikki, Samoni, give the Queen, give GB, and then we just have a conversation. All right. Okay. All right. Today we are discussing what I've termed the question is being gay, African. You know, we talk about this thing in African context. Gay, lesbian, argue the whole alphabet. Because nowadays, LGBTQ, blah, blah, blah. LGBTQ plus two spirit. Yeah. But then alien. Astrogender. Astrogender. And I'm like, hey,
extraterrestriality.
No. It's serious.
I thought maybe you were joking.
But there's 100 genders out there. Yeah? We'll come to that. There's 100 genders out there. You can identify 100 times. And then if somebody... Yeah, and if somebody wants to say, P.S. Morgan, I'm a two-spirit penguin. When you are mocking us, you said I can identify anyhow I want. They can be cats, they can be whatever. Go school on going England, they said, this thing about school, so one of them will just meow the whole day because that's her identity. And no teacher can say nothing about that nonsense. Yes, yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying?
What the hell is that?
I mean...
So
this thing, it's a serious problem. If a context from the beginning. But I want to talk about LGBTQ, guys. One thing that I do not like, because I don't care if you are a man sleeping with another woman. I mean another man. That's your business. What you do in your bedroom is your business. You understand? How you identify yourself as a woman, being a man, that's your business. No one's gonna say jack to you or gonna stop her.
But don't throw it to our faces.
Exactly.
You see, that's the thing. Don't throw it to our faces. What I hate about these people is that now we are forced in a way to accept them because of you put shows on prime time so that we can watch them. So that while we're sitting with our kids, I can have my sons confused. Started off with Generation. I mean, what the fuck was that? And all that. You understand what I'm saying? So do your shit, but do your shit in hiding. We don't want to see it. We're not interested.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
You see? So we are live on Facebook, live on Facebook, and we are live on YouTube as well. Yeah. So my YouTube, the Khositse on a live show, you can go there and check. Your Facebook, Khositse on a straight. There's already one person watching us for YouTube at the moment. Yeah.
Even and then, on Facebook.
That's Facebook as well, yes. So you guys can comment as well, more Facebook, and even YouTube comment. One thing that I hate is to always make a disclaimer for anything. Because I'm a free talker and I'm a free thinker. I'm not homophobic. We're going to tell you the truth. Why it's here, that's your problem. I'm supposed to nurse you because I don't care. Like I said, guys, I didn't really give a damn it's your thing. Yeah. Do you understand? And I'll never discriminate against you. It's your thing. Yeah. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. But do not bring it to my kids. In school, do not bring it to my TV station. License on SABC, and then you always try to put this thing in between. Go to Shopong, you go to July. It's always that nonsense of that rainbow and pride. It's everywhere. More Shopong, kidi colors. Target. Go America. It's a story. And it's only total sport. Total sport. They went there and they did. Go pay all the LGBTQ merchandise. Meaning everything from tagging suits, what
the fuck?
All those things, yes. And then people boycotted Target. They lost. They lost shares, they lost money, they lost everything. And they took that now we cannot do this.
That's a funny investment.
Do you understand? Because I don't understand why should we celebrate someone's sexual fucking preference? It's your preference, Nikki. I no jamanga ujima.
Khosi we boletsi pila nna a kenya go udwa selo. Ke re fela etsa dilo tsa go spiring ka mokgo le nna ke etsa dilo tsa ka go spiring
Yeah, one-
azanga ka tsola ko ntlong bona mo gating ke tshwere mma ko ntlong ke ya bjana never or o tla ke bolela ke re ya nna ke etsa never.
Do you know the funny part king when I kiss Hano? I did ask her when are you gonna have our own straight pride march? And we show what we do with our wives in our bedrooms.
Yeah.
Are we gonna be accepted now? There was once a meeting, this other co-America school, right? This woman goes to that meeting. Hats and a coat. On a coat. And then I can go meeting what day. When she stepped up there, she took off the coat. And underneath she was wearing one piece swimming costume, fishnet stockings plus high-rise boots. Everybody was like, no, cover up, it's not supposed to. No. It's so hypocritical or a woman cannot dress how she's supposed to dress. But last week you had a man dressed like me doing drag dance school. And you were busy celebrating and cheering and giving money. But then when a woman comes wearing like this, what the fuck is that?
Yes.
Do you understand? That's how this whole ideology has come to corrupt our government, has corrupt our everything. I'm going to play a video now of the American soldiers are fucked up.
How you know that? You know,
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about Americans. Americans actually they are the biggest perpetrators of shit.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why a lot of countries, hey, I've got my favorite guy, bruh. My favorite guy. Putin.
That's the reason why.
That is why a lot of countries that stand for the truth, they do not like America.
Yes.
I can tell you right now. Because of, starting with this whole thing about democracy, like I said the other day, democracy is demonic. End of the day, that's how it is. That's how you get to introduce a multitude of demons to come in and dominate the society and do as they want. Because now everybody has got a fucking right of some sort, so I can do this, I can do that, and I don't have to be responsible for anything.
Yeah.
What now this whole thing that we're talking about now, the gay societies and all these kind of things, the reason why they are striving now is because of we are under democracy. Remember at the time when we were not as part of that whole democratic system, we're even suffering sanctions.
Yeah.
We can say a lot of things about history and about apartheid and stuff like that. But if you sit back and think about it, the concept Yamaburu, in a way, it was more of a moral idea to say that, listen, as Buddhists, this is how we live. This is what we believe in. We didn't see a lot of these kind of things because of what? The mindset was more of a, normal mindset of way of doing things, to say that you've got a husband, you've got a wife, that's how it is, and you can't have two men coming together and stuff. There were principles.
Yeah.
Now, coming democracy, when democracy comes in, everything goes.
Yeah,
everything goes.
Yeah.
Somebody said to me the other time, he said, in the actual fact, what happened was when white people came into realization that black people all over the world were becoming free, even in the States, those who were slaves and everybody else, even us here locally, were becoming free. Then they said, if black people are going to become free, then we might as well allow everything to be free.
To be free, imagine.
And that is why when we entered into this democracy, we entered into this democracy with a whole lot of demons and a whole lot of shit.
Yeah.
That was never part of us.
Yeah. Let me make a disclaimer, which I'm going to say now. Today's show is 18 years, right? So no child must listen to this today, because we're going to be talking a lot of explicit language that is very much called for.
Ngozi, you are playing with danger.
Kind.
Bona ba le ba ka mo tlasa 18 ho ya kwa ke bona ba utlwele.
That's why I'm disclaimer ke camera and chevil. Today's show is not for the young than 18 years. Please, these kids must never listen to this thing. and we're gonna be dismantling. It's not like we are not being hateful to any person. We are not saying anything ugly about anybody. A concept or it's here now and it's destroying our children.
Guys, please, let's go lebala mosadi a go ntlong kwa le garage fa o tshwere phone a le bolele yena.
Okay. Oh, hey, I can't wait because ke tlo mo fa chance. She's listening.
What's it going to realize? Competition.
And then I just think we sleep.
What's the last thing you want to get a couple of number? All right, let's move on.
Mokhadi, let me give you this first bite of this cherry. Ne? What do you think about this whole thing of the LGBTQ? Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it's a right thing? Do you think it should be practiced? What do you think when as just an ordinary person? What do you think about this thing? Yeah, LGBTQ.
Personally, let me start by saying I don't have a problem with anyone living their own life the way like I don't have a problem. Anybody has a freedom or has a choice to choose however they want to live.
Yes.
And the problem comes in when if I have to share my view, I need to be labeled. Like I need to be the one who needs to be like considerate of how the other people feel.
Yeah.
Say, for instance, now I say, Nagerati the gay, or Nagerati the way the gay impose and this, I will be labeled. But then, at the same time, when a gay person will be speaking about me as a straight person, they are not labeled. We leave them to say they are living their life. So I'm puzzled sometimes to say who actually needs to be living their life, because everybody else just needs to be living their life. And the way, if before our time, how things were done, and the apartheid and everything else that took place, I believe were in the white man, when he came into Africa, there was no gay people, let's start there, and there were no confused people. So before the white man could come into Africa, a man was a man, and a woman was a woman, kids were kids. It was just like that. And when the white man came and he realized that how free we were not oppressed before the white man could come in. A black person was very free to live their life however they wanted. They could have like 7 oppressed. What else can I explore? Oppressed. What else can I explore? And then because they took all our men, they put them in one place called prison, and they needed to explore. They needed to practice something. Because if you can check up, the gay it's not a woman and a woman who started, nearly men and a man.
Yeah.
It is because they wanted to explore. I feel during the testosterone maybe and then basila somehow. So that is where the gay thing, I believe it started. And then anything that you do in secret, like like hope out just to get wa baraka just to get mara wa yuja imunati wrong mareba katia just to get away now eat it. I felt so nice.
Yeah.
So the same thing I believe happens in the gay world. I believe during the time they were doing it in secret, it was so nice, and it was something that was never tasted. It was something that shouldn't be done. So it was just fun to do. It was a fun thing to do until this democracy came in, and now everybody is free. Now everybody is free to do whatever they want. So now Evankaring is too much onto our minds, is too much onto our faces. Who will radio gay? Who radio, TV, gay, TikTok, everywhere else. You will be faced with gay people. I'm just using the word gay, referring to both women and men and whoever that plays both grounds.
Yeah.
So I'm just using the word gay because you're not the popular one.
All right.
So, but not for me. I believe it's not African. Like, I just think some people were just there, out there playing, and it happened that they enjoyed it.
Okay. Yeah, I think if Agnes have a chance to get laugh for me. Well, Agnes, what do you think? She doesn't think it's African. What do you think? When do you think being gay, being lesbian, and I'm gonna add on her Harry in the no snuddy lesbian before. She's telling the truth.
She's right.
Yeah.
She's actually right.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking for a scripture here. If I
Yeah.
I never really entertained the book. Mara, Nick, I stumbled into this scripture last Sunday. I struggled. I think it can say that is why I was looking in my phone.
Yeah.
It's not. This thing is foreign. It's not African.
Yeah.
And I have nothing against them.
Yes.
Everybody has the right to practice what they feel
What
like.
they want. Yes.
Understand?
Uh-huh.
The only thing it ke tlo ba le problem le yona ke he ka impose wa monna.
Yes.
That thing wa bona mo re tlo ba le bothata e ka impose ba into my life.
Yeah.
Like ka mkhono bolela, I liked something holding. When are we going to have our straight pride
When?
march?
Maybe we should
I would like,
vote for that.
because if you can watch the pride march,
When?
And I have nothing against them.
I don't know if you guys have ever watched that.
I have nothing against those people. Literally walk naked on the street.
Not literally, they are naked. Even last year it was worse. Last year July, that was San Francisco. Jesus Christ!
And our kids are exposed to that.
Yes. And there's people who will take their children to that match. I'm like, what the fuck?
You know, it's confusing the hell out of our kids.
You're shame.
That by put you know, even if let's something earlier on where by introduced Elmo TV generations and everything. We have to explain why mona or like kisa mono.
Yes. You see?
You understand?
Yeah.
And on the phone.
Mokhati.
I like the statement before a white man came into Africa.
There was no gay.
There was no gay at all. And now they came and imprisoned a lot of men.
Leaving you guys there alone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Leaving them and remember they don't have the freedom to do whatever they like. Understand? But hela basadi le bana ko hai ba reise bana.
Yeah.
But then batsere bana ba ile ka mo hara cage.
What do you expect?
And they have their hormones.
Yeah.
They are men and bana le matlo, bana le basadi, bana le everything. Ba ba ile ka mo.
Yeah.
All of a sudden they can't have access to that sex.
Ya mosadi le monna.
You know, they had to explore. Testosterone is nearly too much. You can't every day.
That's bad.
Every day mo pela munno mong.
Yeah.
Kana trongo e kananga. Size ya cell ke kananga.
Yeah, and how many are they in there?
In that cell.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You understand?
All grown men.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
You know, mentally it was not fine for them. Somehow I don't blame them. They were not in the right state of mind.
Why, Bon?
And come and then never dira go spearing. Hence before he introduce ma African never ma after 9.
Why, Bon?
Because na mo tsholo re o tswela ko ntla dire
le
pride and everything le tsa ko America ebile.
Exactly. Why, Bon? All right. Mind it, like if someone pay because I say we anything much. She went that way. What is your take on this one?
We talking le bilo lo ke tsile matsoho mo hara di rope wa itse.
Oh shame, ke son. Di tsago.
I get a ka style so ke rapella Africa.
I meditated at
it. From what Maine said, I think it's true. Everything that we have today, it was because of the colonizers.
Yes.
And then they introduced everything that is poisonous to us. They divided us as families.
Yeah.
And then this thing genie and le gay le lesbian.
Yeah.
I think it was introduced how Mama Kamo Egnesa ibulela. remember, nna ke tlo nna ke ntse ke tla ka spirituality so that we
Yes.
understand where we are, because
Yes.
all of us, we are spiritual beings.
Yeah.
We are energies. You have to understand what did the master do, so that has made us to be where we are.
Yeah.
We remember said, "Oh, take the brain."
Okay.
So now, ke
Yeah.
tsamaya le
Exactly.
what is important more everyone get the upstairs.
Yeah.
O kana mbotsa ka dithala tsa gago, mbotsa ka vagina ya gago.
Yeah.
I don't care. On its own, like
Yeah.
we're in a brain ya yona, ke sub.
Yes.
The main one, that's where we temper. That is why when we say, when you want to win war,
Yeah.
o ka nna tla o le senatla wa irang bo David le Goliath e ka nna ya go, but nna ke tlo lata CIA.
Yeah.
Ke lata the mine
Underground. Yes.
So ka mo go ke se o nthusa gore ke khone go tla ka yona. Mo Africa no sna bo gay le bo lesbian. Mo
Yeah.
Africa we are very rigid
Yeah.
in terms of masculinity and femininity.
Femininitarian. Yes.
So now what they did from beginning has never by this thing ya gore ho be le slavery.
Ish.
Yona confinement ela, they knew exactly what the brain, how the brain operates. If you keep men in a solitary confinement, they will explore. Now, ho starta le drozilona le ka tsenong batho ba le idolizing ba le twasetsa. I
Yeah.
want to go there so that people understand. You remember said hore, if my ancestor, everything in Nayeta, I'm going to be it, because the DNA, ke yona e carry le dlozi. You remember
Yeah.
said le dlozi ke DNA.
Yes. Yes.
Wherever if my le dlozi ko morao nearly gay, and then I na hona benong ke yena at this present moment, because
Yeah.
we come over and over and over.
Yes.
So madlozi ala khale ne ba sna bo gay. Once
Yeah.
ba sne maburu ale atla introduce bo gay. Ndatola wa tlhokofala mara o entse nna. Now I'm carrying this thing now e dumang banna or basadi. Ke ra as a like opposite.
Yeah.
So this is, I want people to understand hore e tla byang hore introduce you to us. So that's how this thing ya bo gay le bo lesbian e thomileng. And then bona ba emphasize itse ka o thoma ba etsa yona this gay pride. And then lebella ba etsa ba own media.
Yeah.
Yes.
From go morao nentse le slow because of le wa uncle se ka le baka la hore ne bana le ne ba etsa go spirit.
Yeah.
Mara hona benong I can go a re go di high school South Africa e wo.
Yeah.
Ibile a o sana number e normal. Ke bona hona benong banyana ba tshwana le banna. Bashimane ba tshwana le basadi. This thing it's from causing confusion in us, and then it works of the devil.
Why, man?
Yes.
Yeah.
So nna ke ne go itlhalosa gore e thomi a ke re batho ba nye go itse gore e thomile kae.
Exactly.
Nna ke a o botsa gore has never introduced to us.
Yeah.
Then batho ba le ba tlhokofetseng has ne bona ba explore ba starter, then e ka mora DNA.
Yeah.
Then batho ba le ba etsa rena ba etsa our great grandfather ha ntse itla, it's passed down from generation to
Until it
generation.
fits them.
And then sorry, the master from Kwale we etsa re be normally through media, through the gay prides
Yeah.
march. And then I'm not saying ke na le problem le any person alling gay and lesbian, they know me. Na ke ba support ke ba itse gay and lesbian friends.
Yeah.
I give a judge, it's just understand how it came about. Most of them they don't even know.
Yeah.
Or how did it come about, babebian.
Like about their bond like that.
That's what, because
Apparently.
they don't know le tlosila bona ko morao ne le
Le ntse yang,
etsa. Kante
yeah.
na kola le ko skepeng le ya go Europe. Na le nikile re boletse last week ya ke re na re batho ba polygamy.
Yes.
Monna ka se nne beke ya sa jimarao.
A khonagala.
So na hana re le ka mo skepeng di kgwedi tse 12.
Yeah.
And wa itse ne ba robala bjang. Ba robala bjana ka di sardine.
Na ba beya so
Ha ba
in.
jika ba lebella kwa ba botlela jika lere. Ha le metsa la jika le
Yeah.
lebella kwa.
Yeah.
Whether no na le utlo ni ke o khoma ka le rao utlo kotane nngwe kima ere o feletsa o give in.
Exactly.
Then a re go trongo
Yeah.
le go
Same
trongo
applies.
go Agnes na bolela that's solitary confinement mo ba bileng ka di beds o la na
Yes.
betha trata e feletsa trata is a mini anything.
Is a tla kwana.
O la re monna kana wena o tshwere borotho tlisa kwano ka re nnang ka o
Eh.
a tsena hawane
Ya bantu amoela.
ya disturb loko gore ko mosading vagina ke sa utlwa I sana that sense
Mo tliste ke thaete ke a utlwa ke
mo
a
ke
lwela.
utlwa ra wa mo o utlwisitse a ke re banna le bona o itse bana lo lwela ba re o agree
Yeah.
ba kry ile gripa o pha kanti bona mathata
Awa banna.
All right.
Awa
We are coming to you live from Kosi FM studios right here in Westview. Ke tla fa tshantse ngwana. Westview Pretoria West.
Ah, no.
la go witse mane ke brutal
This is This is Kosi FM. We're coming to you live on Facebook and on YouTube as we speak. Our Facebook page ke Kgositsile Sekgongwane. If you look and then our YouTube page ke Kgositsile on a live show on the screen in the bottom, it is streaming there. So you are allowed to send us any questions that you want to ask, and we will answer you. Or put any question, we'll answer you. And then remember, our number is 064548776. You want to be part of the conversation, please do that. Remember, today again, we are talking about LGBTQ in the African context. We have been told, oh, this is from Europe, this is from the West and everything. We want now to talk about with Africans, Rona as Africans, is this our thing or adopt nah, Wawan. GB, Dinta.
Hey, you know what he has just said about prison and all that.
Yeah.
This explains why the ANC is like this.
Yeah.
Give me 26, imagine. So always mangope are leta wona mmuso wa mapandita ape batla ba sekora batla ba se mabethana ba
mona Patricia Dlamini Shevila la
Okay,
Madlamini dumela. Let me just acknowledge once Motlati Kia France is watching with us on Facebook, Walter Joseph is watching with us, Fosan Makumban is watching with us, and Patricia Dlamini is also watching with us. Madlamini otatswela for now, my sister Globalela.
Yeah.
And then please nale Samoni. Yeah. So that is bad.
And you know the part that actually Nick is explaining now about the man in the sheep and all that.
Yes,
it goes back again to what Credo Mutwa says in one of his books. This has been created. There's a number of things that were introduced to us as black people by the Europeans.
Yeah,
and forcefully so, trying to condition us.
Yeah.
And that's why sometimes I find it very difficult to engage with somebody who's not well informed.
Yeah.
Because then, the conversation does not go anywhere. You understand what I'm saying? You end up debating about things. Because of there are things that were forcefully introduced.
Yes.
Trying to condition us because of we were these people that in the actual fact we didn't suffer from all these other things that the West is suffering from.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even sicknesses and all these kind of things. That's why now even in terms of food, they've compromised the food because of they want to introduce particular sicknesses, trying to make us weak like them.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, check a white person who's poor. Baba, that's the reason why they fight for money, because of they are trying to keep up because of Tina without money.
We survive.
I may not even see that you're poor because of you are intact. You are intact. You understand? You understand?
Yeah.
I mean, I normally compare jobs. Check a security guard, yadaki.
Yeah.
Ekonopila. Ebile umugrenga yana tenga betile stiletto hoka tlane na go phateng ga moshera o sa yitse pila ke mantsheng lana.
Yes, you're right.
Mara bona lekhuwa la security bona what deteriorate.
Yeah.
Now, they can't handle certain things. We are much more stronger than them. So they knew that. And that's why they had to come and introduce all these funny things and these sick things that they have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then today, you find the ignorant and mostly people that condone this nonsense. It's so sad to say that at the very same people who call themselves that they're clever because of they have some form of education, European education.
Yeah.
And these are the ones who will try to protect and try to make sure that they explain.
Yeah.
You remember I told you a couple of days back that I was involved in another conversation where we were on what you call this thing? What do you call this thing when you go? Zoom.
Yeah. Okay.
And in that Zoom meeting, I mean, I picked up that there was a brother who was well learned at varsity level.
Yes.
But I listened to the content and I realized that he knows nothing.
Yeah.
He's actually saying nothing.
Yeah.
And do you understand?
Yeah.
That's funny.
And these are people that are condoning these things.
Yes.
That is why Steve Biko said something very, very powerful. He said that when the colonized become more than the colonizer, when you get into the Western system, you start to be like them.
You don't even be more than them.
You become more than them. Exactly. then what is it that you do? You try to, everything that they do, you want to bring it to us and make us understand that no, man, you can try life like this or you can try life like that.
Yeah.
I always tell people that this thing is easy. Africans were people of nature. Study nature, then you'll understand us.
Yeah.
Nature shows you
How everything is
you
binary.
need an egg, you need a sperm.
Yeah.
And the seed must be planted to the egg so that there can be what? Reprocreation.
Yes.
Even plants, there's a female and a male plant. Same with animals.
Yeah.
Same with us.
Yeah.
Then how dare you, in your master's degree, in
Yeah.
your doctorate,
Yeah.
in your honors,
Yeah.
to come and advocate for something that is against nature? The reason why we are filled in the planet today is because of reprocreation, which happens when the male and the female come together,
Yeah.
whether of animals, whether of human beings,
Or plants.
or plants.
Yeah.
Now, how is it that you're going to have a man and a man reprocreating because men don't carry womb?
Exactly.
You can never, you see, you can never enter by the exit. And what I do not understand, what I don't understand, it's when we try to scratch our heads and trying to explain the issue of homosexuality, and we even try to educate people, trying to make them understand why they must accept it in their society. I mean, right there, whoever that's talking, bro, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Exactly. That would be the very nice question to ask.
this
God,
is
what
my
the hell?
mentor, this is my
Makani,
mentor.
honoring.
I missed out on Friday.
You want to say something, Miguel? Yeah.
Yeah, I totally wanted to say something
Yes.
regarding the what is it? I forgot the word, the English word.
The procreation.
But, yeah, reprocreation. Yes. Yeah. So, yeah.
I think you are naive.
Yeah, I wanted to say something about that.
Yes.
Over a white person, because they were outnumbered and they still are outnumbered. So how else can you control or can you have control over a population that is outnumbering you?
Yeah.
So the only way to have power is to make sure that you minimize that population.
Exactly.
So Lerona, because we don't know, if anything else, no, like who and then like everything else it is because we want to live like them so much that we are forgetting that us in nature,
Yeah.
so before, and there's no problem with that. And you can do 10, you can do 7, there's no problem with that.
17.
But then today,
17
today, if you talk to a person who is educated, analyst, and then they are expensive. And then you ask
Exactly.
how can kids be expensive? Kids must just be kids. Kids must just be brought into this world.
Yeah.
Mara, today, expensive, hey, and then this, and then this. It is because of the mentality that because Mahoa analivana by 3, and then they end there. Even Mutualo Kuabaruna Levana Bangata by 3. They never go over and above 5. Never. I've never seen that. But Rona, so we are adopting that. So in a way to kill that population to grow, it is to make sure and then and then this whole thing will die down. And then right now the prevention, so all those pills, what is it that they are doing in our bodies? They're actually killing that one by one.
Yeah.
Can I say something? Can I say something? You know what hey, bro, I love this man. I love the way she thinks, bro. I love her mind.
Yeah.
I love her mind.
I agree.
Listen to this. Listen to this. What black people don't understand is that we became a scientific project.
Yeah.
Yes,
For the whole of the
Africa.
West.
Africa,
yes.
We became a scientific project. We were taken into a lab where we were studied and things were done to us and they were tested.
Yeah.
If you can understand that, and it didn't end there. It went as far as sicknesses are concerned, as far as food is concerned. It went as far as religion is concerned. It went as far because they were trying to understand. And this makes you understand what Credo Mutwa says when he talks about Africa. Africa with its hidden secrets and the reptile agenda.
Yeah.
The reptile agenda.
Yes.
The way they behaved when they came across us, they behaved in a way as if there was some form of aliens coming to study us. And there was some form of, reptiles. And they were actually, puzzled by these dark-skinned people.
Yeah.
And
How resilient we are in a lot of
they
things,
went
yeah.
like, let's try and see how strong we are.
Yeah.
Let's take. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it was like they kept on inflicting pain after pain after pain after pain until pain became part of us.
Yeah.
And today you find those who have accepted and embraced pain, who are house niggers, standing up
And defend that
defending
nonsense.
the nonsense
Yeah.
that the West brought to us.
Yeah. All right, Bond. Giving another context again, we're gonna go to a little thing that I've mentioned earlier. So I remember, there was no gay, there was no lesbians. This whole alphabet is in the gay pill. That's the G.
Yes.
To be honest.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then Jiki, there was lesbians now. Hey man, okay. We accepted the LGBTQ. Hey, trasi ke yone transgender ya malatsing ana.
Exactly. Trans.
Sharp. So yeah. So then all of a sudden there was now lesbians. Okay, fine. We accepted lesbians were there. Life goes on. And then the very same men who were supposed to be gay, they now started to make babies. And the question was, how the hell did you be able to get it up on a woman if you are gay?
Senzo's got a child.
Exactly.
Senzo's got a child, and that proves that it's not fucking
So
gay.
easy, yes.
So easy.
Yes. A lot. It's, and but we don't know how that surrogacy was it. But
Baby, it's a VR or what?
IVI or OGL on a street. You'll never
They
know.
were friends.
Exactly.
Yes, I
So
don't say we are getting now want to know.
yeah.
So what's my problem, guy?
Yeah.
It goes back to mine.
Yes.
Or agehane or Ogaru obsessed with Stembu. Now Moshe finds himself in Stembu level.
Eh.
Right now the woman is crying or a detachment there with the kids.
Yeah.
And then now I get to rookie mom between and the guy.
Yeah.
Now
I'm also going to
Yes,
maybe it's a bottom and top again.
okay,
Yeah.
well, more I get to remind man.
Eh.
So now
Moshe Moshe no bottom to like bottom. What you are doing?
Eh, mona batho ba le batla go confuse. So the woman had to go for counseling.
Yeah.
And then he as well, he has to go for counseling.
But then what did she agree to have baby with two gay men?
Now,
That's looking.
the whole week, enka we create Agnes, or Moshapa, abalelo ngwana, una liena.
Yeah.
Now, so they get counseling. That man must let the twins themselves get over what we are counseling
One
about.
Talohane.
Because they're going to be confused between Papa, Mama, Mama, Happy, what's going on.
Sheba, the worst thing that I always advocate for. Remember we had a show Agnes, should gay couple adopt kids?
Yes.
We did a very
Yes,
long
I
time ago, and
remember.
we had an abstract about what happened to one gay couple that adopted two boys, and they actually was raping those boys, and they were pimping them out to other pedophiles around the area.
Yes.
But people why these people are not tell them about, but no more just a fella's job. Blind. They drive big cars, they live in a huge house. Then they cannot know they are part of this dark web where they're pimping these two boys to other pedophiles around the area. And then it was a huge scandal in America about Chara, about Toronto, but they never stopped the hurry. You mustn't adopt a child. Born, someone Tom. School, junior 4 years, my son. I always make an example because at the moment. wa go skolong ba gola pila jiki go draw your family. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Have you ever thought about that, or how are we destroying our kids? Draw your family, then all the kids in the class, they will draw a man and a woman, because that's how the family looks like.
Yes.
And then, oh, you know, about drop my baby, my baby. And then he or she will have to explain to the whole class, what is this? They'll mock him. They will mock her. They will mock him. They will do all sorts of men of nonsense. And about cruel of it arena. Kids are very cruel more than us.
No.
Have you ever thought of that? Before I can come and talk about my feelings, I was next week today more into the research for this show. This girl, no, and about with science our science is saying men can lactate. We all have breasts. You understand? But estrogen is not enough in our body to make us lactate.
Exactly.
Natural.
Make you lactate.
You remember I told you about Shiva. For example, I'm just giving you an example.
There is pills for that. I guess.
No, I'm coming there. Yeah. So now go America, they're inducing lactation in this called transgender men. Imagine I get a baby that transgender women. Ke monna ka pipi feletse ana di pilisi estrogen tsaba abana la matswele. I'm gonna put
No. Come I tell you. Somebody said to me the other time, you better be careful when you go to China because of the way sex is so big in China.
Not even China. But in Philippines, Korea,
Cape Town.
Go to Cape Town.
Because listen, the guy says to me that if you want to know that you're grabbing a proper shorty, go to the Bundus, brah. Go right to the rural area. In town, stay away. Exactly.
Because I about all these things.
You must be very careful.
Don't touch the mooches.
All you go Cape Town.
Don't touch the mooches in town.
You must make sure.
Yeah, if you look into the screen now, there's 3 examples. I was going to come to them. Yeah. Those are U.S. admirals. Admirals. I get a captain or Kibuaka the highest. These 3 men are now saying they are women.
Wow.
Yeah.
Levinicus Mahara, just forgot these other 2. Then they're saying they are women, these 3 people.
Yes.
And a law was just passed by the U.S. Army. Now, whoever says I am transgender in the military service, they can now just be given space in a female head barracks where you guys can sleep. Yes, they can now go sleep there. It's fine. Do you understand? I'm gonna play a video. I think Baba interview this other girl. And what's happening? Britain is physically shocked to him. America now, 3 men. These people still have penises, but not the PLC. But they're dressed like women. They're dressed like how can I on screen? They will see them on my Twitter page. They're dressed like women, and for Bone, they are women. Do you understand? So the law has just been passed. No, they should be given those female things. I'm going to play a video. I think
female what?
Female barracks. Yes, they can
female
mix.
Barracks.
They can mix Nakamola and then do everything else.
They are not well hung because just imagine Agnes.
Well, what's about the worst thing you did when I make you?
I'm telling you, I'm just.
Mputse mfanaki. Why? Yeah, it's a short video.
Yeah.
You make it with a short yes.
Okay. You know. I like this. I like the situation that we're in as the world today, where most of these things are coming out.
Yeah,
I love it. Yeah. I love it, and I feel sorry and so sorry for people. Blacks, they are the chosen group.
Yes.
We are the Hebrews.
All right.
We are the Semites.
Yeah.
And this will prove to you who are the real Jews now. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because we were people that actually we are not we don't agree with defilement.
Yes.
Everything about us had to make sense, had to, grow together, live together, and protect each other and all these kind of things. And defilement, it was never our thing.
Yeah.
How these guys came in as the Romans and they came into the land of Canaan and they started actually changing the systems. You know what happened? When the Romans were building stadiums, during the days of Pontius Pilate and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because remember, the Bible is history.
Yes.
Yes,
When they were building stadiums,
Yeah.
they did something that was not familiar with Africans. In the African context, when men and women and there's a function, they never intermingle together. They don't sit together. That's
Yeah.
why you find banana kanhlela basadi
Was
kanhlela.
Yes.
Uma sisendlini kubethwa ibhekile amadoda ngapha omama ngapha ibhekile omama ihamba ngapha ibhekile amadoda. There was always that separation.
Yes.
When the Romans started building the stadiums,
Exactly.
they were intermingling with women and men at the same time.
Yeah.
And that was a strange thing for the Hebrews.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely, because of kunalaba bethu abathanda izinto,
Yeah.
they wanted to join in. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a lot of things, they try to introduce them slowly with the intention to pollute the mind. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
To pollute our minds. And that is why today you find some of us who are of Hebraic origin and we don't know, we are the first people to advocate again for nonsense because now our minds are polluted. So I love what's happening there, and when the world is actually showing itself how evil it is, and now you're gonna see there are gonna be some black people obviously who are doing those things, following up. But so sad is because we do not know. But the reason why we are concerned, Tina, the reason why we are fighting about it, the reason why it doesn't touch us well, it is because of this is not how life is supposed to be.
Yeah.
We are the stewards of life.
Yes.
We are the stewards of life.
Of course.
Remember, part of these people, not all of them, part of these people, we gave birth to them.
Yeah.
So we are the stewards of life. And that is why it becomes of great concern when this shit happens.
Yeah. All right. Let's go back to that video and then yeah, we did. Yeah, we are still live on Khosi FM. The show is the Khosi on a live show on a Thursday, and we are talking about LGBTQ in the African context. African context. Is it African to be gay? We are not bashing any gay person, bashing any person while LGBTQ. However you identify, that's your thing. Mario, you're doing this as Africans. So if you can look into the screen, guys, I've put up those key. I blew that picture up, and then I'm gonna read what they wrote. This guy, Wipita Oli London, he is a British citizen. The British Army said to allow transgender males to sleep in female-only barracks. New guidance to the armed forces, even like a British, but worst of all, new guidance for the armed forces states that as soon as the transition process begin, in other words, I'm a woman tomorrow, and I'm gonna move next to you in your same room when I can say, then I sleep with you, sleep there on the bed next to you. You understand? Because I said so. That's it. Sure. And then should be provided with accommodation that is appropriate to their affirmed gender. The policy also allows men to use women's spaces as soon as they decide they are trans.
Why was somebody really their own?
No, they had discrimination.
No, it's
there
not
was
discrimination.
A restaurant in the US that said, fine, we have female bathrooms, we have male bathrooms, and we have non-conforming gender bathrooms. They came and they staged but I got told that restaurant no what discriminate. I wanna go into where the women are because I'm a woman. I cannot have my own toilet.
It's a mental state.
It's a mental state.
It's a mental state.
There was a child.
There
was another child go American. Like transgender this boy. Understand? And he wanted to go into the women's bathroom. But you're gonna use the private bathroom near the nurse in the school.
Yes.
Where her office is. It was a big thing. They came, they picked discriminator. We are giving you your own bathroom. What is your problem?
Yes.
If the whole point was for you to pee and to shit, What is the
Hey,
big
but-
deal?
Exactly.
But
What's
you
the
know-
big deal? Because he believe
A private one.
He's private.
Tswela ko le one, there's
Bathroom,
nothing wrong
yes.
with that. Aowa, ena nyaka o tsena ko
Because
banyane ba
I
leng
go
teng.
to Nako ya banna kere.
Eh, o batla
Ba mo fire
banyana ba.
high.
Exactly.
You
'Cause
see, now the problem is they
Mm.
want to be.
Bolela.
Cause now,
On a little comment tse thumo.
Eh, di bala, Ruth, di bala.
Ke Matapelo.
Yeah.
Ke Matapelo. Ne re sa no sa bonela the speaker ka
Yeah.
this guy and this lady here on the phone. Yes, yes. But when they start
Yeah.
flows and nasabulela ka the Africans are and then Matapelo abasen and how rich Africans are, how rich we are in terms of culture.
Okay, yes.
Yasabulela ka the Africans.
Of
hore
course we
wena,
are. Yeah.
rona, how hard, how strong are we?
Yeah.
Ne, and then aba added like a culture. So na hence this thing. Aba Matapelo matata atlo. I have nothing against the LGBTQ society, but these hormone pills and sex change procedures kills our brothers.
And you know what? I wanted to add something that you have to look at now. And I love Donald Trump, because Donald Trump, just like what you call this guy, Putin, he puts the record straight. And
Yeah.
this is where you understand something, that there's some white people that have got much more black, strong gene in them because
Yeah.
of I'm telling you, they when they walked out of us, some took more of us in them, and that is why certain things they just don't fly with them, even though they are white.
All right.
Because now what's happening now is this. Remember, Donald Trump. Okay, they came this other
military
idiot,
personnel who identify
Obama.
as trans
Obama,
women.
yes.
There was
who
an
live in
institution in
female-
America to straighten up these guys.
Yes.
You remember
only
that?
for-
Yeah.
And
Even though they're
and this
not female.
idiot who's misrepresenting us
Yeah.
destroyed it, and
Yeah.
they closed it.
I can remember never Michelle might be transgender as well.
What?
Those two girls are not there. Obama did surrogacy to somebody else, and the girls came in. Yes,
Joining me
Michelle
right
never
now
had a baby.
is activist and
So
commentator.
Babar no
Okay,
Michelle
did
pila
she
pila.
have problems barking?
Bagile Michelle.
Fertility
Bagile must
problems.
there's the rumors that says
Amy
Michelle.
Gallagher.
Alleged
Hello,
rumors that
Amy.
says Michelle is actually
Transgender.
She's not.
Wow,
She's not.
she's not a woman
Not a
actually.
woman as such, yes.
Yo.
Babana, so
Oh, that is big. Now.
so it's a problem.
Kind of this thing is big, guys.
And that's why there was a rumor that actually Obama might have a second wife. I think he has. I don't know, but might have a second wife. I think it's because of that. And now it brings me back to another thing, brah. I love Zuma.
he's your role model.
Got all those wives and stuff.
I'm telling you.
Oja kukunja etabe.
Because the minor wasn't obvious. It's obvious.
Adali,
Yeah.
the Zulu
All
man.
right. But we're going to play this video, and then you guys hear what I've been reading.
All
And then
right.
let's go to this video quickly, and then Luthor Baring. Okay, no fine. Oh.
Barimcholo Zuna le fan. What happened is life
to allow
with
male
us.
military personnel
Okay.
to identify as trans women to live in female-only quarters.
Come
They're
on.
not female. Joining me right now is activist and commentator at the New Culture Forum, Amy Gallagher. Hello, Amy.
Hi, Julia.
Hello, thanks for
having me.
joining us. I have to say, I mean, this is
I don't know why it's a kata so.
I think again network ya buffer.
Yeah,
I
ne?
can see it
Yeah.
on my
The castle, yeah.
media.
Okay.
Okay, let's give it a chance.
It's buffering che.
Yeah, but I think it will we'll get it because this lady ke wako GB News Talk TV. She is interviewing this other one. Hori, can't wait to halang. Okay, let's give it
I think
a try.
this trans ideology is everywhere.
I
It's
don't know if
buffering.
gonna
The
work.
network today.
Yeah, then talk about next. Sorry, guys,
In-
those who are
in
listening.
all of our
you
institutions and
Oh.
private businesses.
Let's just leave it. We have a lot to say anyway.
Yeah.
Right. I have a lot. Serious. I have a
The
lot.
content is there.
Yeah, because I wanted us to play it at least, man, just to give us a context then about what's happening. What other people are saying about this whole thing.
Yeah.
We understand it. Because,
Yes.
born, like I said, and I always say this to people, I do not give a damn who we run lemang. That is your thing.
Yes.
Do not bring this to our kids. Do not bring this to our schools. Don't bring it to our TV. You don't want. movies that Halapeli Kamokazon, Pila, the recent ones. Have you ever noticed there's a gay theme there? Every time. There's always a gay agenda.
Are you aware that in the actual fact, these people, when they cannot find their way as far as the media is concerned and they realize that there's some resistance, they go into food.
Yes.
Remember, and I want to say something about formula. You see, people sometimes they don't understand things, and I'm so sad that black people, they are the first people to be deceived. The issue of breastfeeding is very much crucial. It's very much important.
Yeah.
So what they did to try and make sure that our women did not breastfeed anymore, then they introduced the issue of HIV. Because then if you're going to breastfeed, you're going to transfer the HIV
to the child, yes.
Now, that was a system to push the idea of formula. So you go to formula. But formula is scientifically made. So what happens is that within that formula, there are things that they put there, which in the actual fact, they can mess up with the hormones.
Yes.
And that is the reason why. That is the reason why you will notice that now you will have kids that are going to grow up as gays because of what they've been taking. So they always find a way. Now you ask yourself a question, and this is the part where I rejoice and I become happy.
Yeah.
You ask yourself a question: why will they go through such trouble to come and interfere with us?
I can answer you.
It's because of we carry a particular gene.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, like what Mine said, everything, the agenda has always been there.
Yeah.
China has a 200-year plan for Africa.
What?
What?
2 centuries.
200-year plan.
2 centuries are planned for it.
Started before Leo ancestors nego ba sale alive. How about discover our Africa king?
Yeah.
So anything a lorumba tshwantse in the system is food. It's tshwantse suppress the energy that you possess because you are a threat. The vibration that you have by suppressing even now the GMO that they give, but the babies. Like mine is saying, HIV and AIDS was meant to make us how was first thing,
Yeah.
And about that was not that thing.
Yeah.
But
there was no elements like that.
Right now, I know Mosaidu ka molata. Oh, what's a pele ka bolwetse? Le Mosaidu ka motor.
The STDs.
Yeah. So, but what I'm saying.
But then again,
Yeah.
you can continue. I will come in. You can continue.
No, 10 sisters.
Okay, yeah. Make it also add that onto the food part to say the food thing. It is because we forgotten to make our own food. We rely on the McDonald's right now. Sorry but then we rely on the takeaways, the fast food, and then while I'm still pregnant, what I'm feeding. While I'm feeding my baby, it is the medication, pharmacy, overing, quadi, what did hormones and what. Haresa etetwa muriana ola o neba ubidi sa mo fase mola wa wona wa ruti se khwana ya ngwana. So we don't bring such things. Bring the pilisi instead. So that is why pregnancy today. Mpa ya teng e feta le motho wa teng and then ngwana o tlhela already just aware 4 kg.
Then you see 12 year olds.
Ngwana wa yang 4 kg e o wa fika and then immediately ha fika how mo breastfeed because I don't want to lose the body I have blah 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 whatever the reasons that we have. Mara re ba sida ngwana monyane o thoma vele asale ko popelong o thoma vele le o tlhakatlhakana. So by the time I go understand ke ena motho wa mkhutama and then the challenges that I kopana le tsona like a tsena go primary school. A go primary school wena o le motswadi wa hae le he o ka mo fa like the rules and the ways of living ka montlong mara go strateng over influence. And then over influence o adopt a strata ha fika go ntlong wena o e bolela ga se yona leng yona e phasitse ke go strateng. So by the time I could realize or ke na manka 16 years already o botsa rena mara selling tse ke bele ke ikutla rena ke nna gay. So you cannot go back and say but you are not gay, you are straight. Because it is because all those things, the behavior, the language, and the everything. Look at Strate, never motoring. So when I only mushimano, when I the only mushimano limpila kate ukaro okay. So those things, those words, those words, didn't nakamutelo hanyonyangwana up until I don't now understand or because what more process I process anything as a lumunyan.
Yes.
As a lumunyan would hear anything we will like a moyen. But then the minute that more fit atomo travel teenage years, atomo 13, 14, 15, what more explorer right now. Harry 16, get a time to act. Atomo act all those words that have been said to him or her. So if well hana confidence, like yana personality high, you weak in hana confidence. Also act out what the spirit has been telling him or her. Not here now le motwadi o motanyon or really nakama highly practicer. Some highly no practice ever. But then Africa 16, or practice what the world has been telling him or her because and how does the spirit accept him? It is because Nendama Mother, hey, when I would be how gay or if feeling when Yana say when I would have Hambuka when I'm lesbian. And then also
yes.
Like all those things. I can tell you right now, my daughter is 5 years. She's about to be 6 come May. So last year, Nadra grade R. So my daughter would come back and ask me, or mommy, why not every day when traditionally Levashiman? Like every day, every boys and girls. Never shot a lot of boys. So never see the strong one, Baba Gadisha Kamo Patin Yabashiman. So the other time he came back and asked me, Mommy, why not all the time, Man Gadisha Levashiman? And I had to sit her down because in Shokile, like I never expected her to be having such questions. And then I had to sit her down. But you know what, my baby girl? It is because we're confident and then portray this. Like she needed to understand. So she would ask me, what is confidence? What is this? Like anything that I'm saying, she asked for him, what is this? What is this? Then I realized, sorry, the spirit has more influence than I have. And then our little family, we are just too small for her. But then the world is too big. The teachers are everything for her. So if the teachers are telling her, we're not strong, we're not Bashiman. So in her mind, he's building up or not strong, not what. So imagine 16 years ago to play out all these things.
So did you not? So did you not go to school and ask them why are they doing this to your child?
I wanted to ask that. What did you do?
No. I had to go to school. I had to go to school and have the conversation.
Yes.
You know what? Even if Lisho do not.
Yeah.
Repeat this voice.
Yeah, they shouldn't impose.
I was like,
it should be a
the voice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so that we are not going to understand that I am a girl. And I'm not a boy.
You know?
I don't fit in those things.
Okay, you are about to say.
Okay. No, Negiri, relevant one other thing where we like a suppression, the black gene.
Yeah.
I think confusion, my mother cannot explain or why were we vaccinated.
In the first place.
Now, not this vaccination, the previous one. Europeans and Americans, they cannot even explain today what was in that injection they gave us. Now,
we had those stamps. We all have. Because and no white people has that, by the way. Even now, children are being done. They are being done that now, even though there's no polio anymore. Exactly. How come?
Yeah, they've been done at birth.
So
yes, it's still been done. There's a vaccination that is done on a newborn baby. The first vaccination.
Yes.
Why is that?
It's done.
Why is that?
And then I found
I think we'll talk about that and like some other time.
Exactly.
Bring other people in and ask them too many questions.
And then
why.
I found they were born in such remote areas. They were not given that injection.
Yeah.
So now I want to say, let's put it to the test. You are a doctor. Let's get scientists to see whoever was born in that era, that injection, and someone who was not exposed. Let's see how other genetics or the DNA has affected us in growing.
Yeah.
Now by the second one, which we know, HIV.
Yes.
The third one, vaccination,
COVID.
Yeah. So that's why I told you, these people, they will never ever rest until they see us Africa is solo
It got to me now.
Can I?
No.
So as much as
Can I say something? It
Yeah.
got to me now.
Yeah.
Do you know why this is happening to Africa, guys?
Why?
God decided now I will come in a spiritual way.
Say it, Bafana. End of that. Yes.
God put a black person in the most richest land in the world.
With all the seasons, by the way, and
Exactly.
everything. Africa has
Everything with-
one season, and
The richest
the
land
world is aiming
and
to
put
have.
a black person there.
Yeah, yeah.
So now they need us.
They want to take us out.
Actually, they need this land, but they cannot just take us. They cannot just make us disappear.
Yeah.
We are here. We are human, God's creatures.
Yeah.
Understand?
They are
Can I tell
fumigating.
can I tell you something?
They are fumigating. This is like
Yes,
fumigation.
they
Yeah.
just want to
Can I
get
tell you something?
rid of
Yes,
us.
Maile.
You know-
and we
you
are
know-
so many,
Yeah.
and we are so rich.
Yeah.
Our land is so rich.
Yeah.
We are very fertile. We can bear kids.
You know,
Now, can I tell you something?
With
You,
Yes,
know,
man.
you know what Mine is saying about the issue of the vaccine, and Miss Cat. When you're going to go school, now listen to So listen to this. Listen to this. I am saying, Mina, this is basically one of the agendas,
Yeah.
Mr. Jose, that I'm embarking on at some point in time.
yes.
Because of we see all these things, we are aware of what is going on. The challenge about black people is the issue of resources, and you talk about financial resources, and this explains the projects like the gin, and all these kind of things, because of one is trying to build resources. Because one of the most important things that I would like to see happening,
Yes.
which is part of my agenda in the future,
Yeah.
instead of us going to schools to complain, why don't we build our own schools?
Yes.
What happened to the idea of us coming together to build our own school that will teach our kids their true identity and their history and who they are? At the end of the day, look, we are actually doing it for ourselves, because there is no way that you can be able to penetrate a people who are liberated mentally. If you're talking about true liberation, you need to start with the mental liberation. And by us taking our kids to Buchuro and all these things, we are still again forcing them to go through slavery, because of what's going to happen is this: they are being brainwashed there.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
from a
I
very
don't understand why
very
Abantu
young age.
Abamnyama, instead of coming together to say, you know what, we have enough prominent people here, we've got enough people who've got money, let us have a project, let's start our own school that will talk about black consciousness, that will talk about our history, our origins, and teach our kids our culture and promote our own languages.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you
understand?
In that way, I go cut it off.
Yeah.
We're going to make sure that we have our own syllabus. Right
Exactly.
Yes.
now, in Parliament,
Yes.
people are saying, why are Africans like this? As
Yeah.
South Africans, we are like this because they never even reviewed the same education system that we were given by these people.
Yeah.
How can someone, while your ancestors, is going to give you knowledge that is
Exactly.
going to make you
Yeah.
to be a person who's going to rule the world?
Yeah.
I mean, if I was a colonizer, I'm not foolish enough to give you that information that is going to make you my king.
Yeah.
I'm going to suppress you for generations to
I
come.
want to add also. You said something that I always say.
Yeah.
And I always say in this context. People will preach to us. Ne? Ka Bible. I'm Christian.
Oh.
Ne? I'm very Christian. Ne? But listen to what I'm going to say. These people came with the Bible. And then when I got to read the Bible, okay, it was taught to Africans.
Yeah.
Ne?
Yeah.
And then right now, ho lebella mo Mzansi ne, di kereke tse di mo Mzansi ne.
I was saying Mzansi, in the matters really fella or more is you make it again.
Okay,
Don't
kereke
even
no
go
re the
far.
whole country ne.
You know? Yeah.
Mara lebella hore bebele tlile le mang. Kana bo go kwarna le bora kholo. Ne ba sa tsebe lo bala, ne ba sa tsebe lo ngwala, ne.
Yes.
Itlele mang this Bible. Kana ko skolong syllabus no ho diriwang. Never first syllabus yela ho sala ho ba le these things tsa di June 16 no ira halang ko skolong.
Yeah.
No na le syllabus engwe eso.
Yeah.
Like engwe e tswelentsileng.
Yes.
Hore bana ba banyana ba tlamile ba ruti ho ba di eng
The domestics.
The domestic
domestic
workers,
workers.
the domestic workers,
Yeah,
bo
rona,
papa,
ba-
ebeng,
the
the gardeners, the
gardeners,
driver
ma
and everything.
security.
Ma security,
Yeah.
o understand?
Yeah.
Now what taka this thing ba re ke Bible.
Yo.
Ne?
Yes.
That Bible, that information that is in there, ne, it's
Yes.
not even true. Some of it.
Yeah.
Some of it was edited for Africa nje.
To condition the mind.
Ne? But this system, but no, hey, you should leave this, leave your grandfathers. This is demonic things, and. How can I?
Benong, now my sister.
Jerike felele, my point. You know what? It hits home, yes. It hits home. I always say, you know, they came with the Bible, never ruta kereke and everything, or you must do this, you must do this. Ne, I'm not, hear me out, I'm not a rest. Ke a dumela hore Modimo teng. Ne, but who are the very same people, ba re dira ka mokgwa, ba re fa Bibele, ba re fa kereke, ba re ebang Christians and do this and this and this. How can someone, well or sotla ka mokgwa kan atele one thing are, yeah. This one,
This is a good thing for you.
This is a nice thing that you can follow, and then you'll go to God. How can they choose who rena re ko Modimo?
Yeah.
Ba rate teng se betere mo sale ba fitla mo ke se betere se ba rate. Now ba tlo ratela Modimo.
I can remember, Agnes, they used that Bible to control us, and they used the Bible. Like, remember, go America, whenever they were doing anything, all the black slaves. They will take one slave, bamuta one verse. Slaves, obey your masters. Like you obey God.
Exactly. It's edited.
Baba Khorabari, do not store treasures for yourself on earth.
On earthen vessels.
You where kwa the billionaires.
Exactly. Exactly my point. Exactly my point. How can they ratela really Modimo now?
No. UK le America. Di tletse ka gold ya mo Africa. Because o tshwantse o iketse gore wena
I think maybe this one. This one. This one is supposed to be said.
I need to come in on this one.
Yeah.
I need to come in on this.
Okay, my kid.
I'm a Christian myself.
Yeah, born.
Yes, I'm a Christian myself.
Yeah.
And
Get off a chance just now. Just give me a second. I'll take this one. We could have said it monatic and Aquile. What made us so weak?
Oh,
it was gonna be so robust kind of thing. Understand?
It's part of your own. Yeah. And I'm not about 12 week. I'm not about 12 I didn't come to a week.
Yeah, no remain shortly.
What I wanted to say was this. If you look at the and I think my baby back home there on the phone probably, you know.
Oh, just so. I'm still a baby already.
Hey. It's getting too hot.
But listen to this.
Yeah.
If you look into that picture that Mine spoke about how the men were packed as sardines.
Yes.
When they were creating the issue of homosexuality, when they were creating the issue of gays. Do you understand? The very same, and this is the, you know, I get very much angry and
emotional. I can see.
Yeah, because the very same person who programmed your ancestors to be gays and packing them like sardines and putting them in a sheep and allowing them
months and months.
Exactly. Working on a system to try and change the mind, like Stefano Di Mero. The very same person gives you the book, makes you to believe in that book, right? Mm-hmm. Then years later, I come across you and say, who are you? And you say, I am a Christian.
Yeah.
Whoa. But listen here, bro.
Who are you?
Listen here. Before you talk about Christianity, who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you? Don't come and tell me. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because the issue is this. Here, in the Christianity, guys, I think sometimes people they get confused. There's Christianity, there's God.
Yes,
Two different things.
yes, it's two different
When,
things.
when we
yes.
talk about Christianity, we're talking about a system, we're talking about a programming.
Yes.
And then there is God,
Yeah.
which we have known as the Hebrews, black people, we've known him, and we
Yes.
were connecting to him through our ancestors.
Come
Yeah.
on.
So we need to be able to clarify the thing because of somebody, every time I talk about these things, people they say to me, "Nah, I'm an atheist," blah 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 blah. No. Now the issue is this: kunabantu umuntu uhlangana naye. Ushaya isifuba. Ngikhumbula the other time I was selling a book to a guy. He said, "No, but I cannot read this book." I said, "Why?" He said, "Because I'm a Christian."
Eish.
And I'm like, what did you say? I know because I'm a Christian. Like this content.
Yeah,
this content I cannot read. It does not resonate with my religion. What? And this guy is coming out of a big car. So I mean, I come from a background that says that brains equals money.
Yes.
So meaning that if you're going to be coming out on such a big car,
You're supposed to have a big brain the
I
same.
take it that you've got big brains.
Yeah.
So that's why you can afford that car.
Yeah.
But to see you coming out of a big car and at the end of the day you've got no brains, then you've got a problem.
Of course.
Mine. This one.
He's angry now.
I normally tell people, how nyako bona hore arabolela universe,
Yes.
this world, this globe, all the movies, I can show you how diminang. Now
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit you hard. Like mine was again. Christianity is a system to control a black man.
Yeah.
Now there's God. Our forefathers, they knew him 100%.
Yeah.
He's in our genes.
Yes.
Now, what am I saying? Only this movie, the Book of Eli.
I know
Yeah.
that movie. I know the movie.
What they said.
Yeah, with Denzel Washington, I know the movie.
But the one who's got the book rules the world.
Yes.
That is why one of that guy, Anyagana let Denzel Washington on a day and night.
I want a Bible.
Yeah, like a Bible.
Because-
And then he had a book.
Yeah, I want a Bible.
Yes, Nanyaga Bible lela because why is your has a Bible lela? You can tell anyone. Ngata loko ntlunya ukare modimo bereka ka hore mosadi wa go tshwantse no ntse o nkadima eno.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I know that's a kind.
Go what's her name? And then marange buka ele siteng. What's not those things?
Yeah.
Katla kare. No mpetla ka sakile mo or born I would be dead.
Yeah.
And then after about barbaric, I don't understand about what is barbaric about being African.
Yes.
If you steal, rekata lozola how.
All right. How about we do this? Because I love this is actually a topic on its own. How
Exactly.
about we do this?
Yeah,
This one we're gonna have a topic on its own.
Yeah.
Religion and in the African context. How do we do that? Religion in the African context. If then we book at this whole thing.
Research here.
Why, Bon?
Yeah.
So let's go do research. Ota Makadi, you wanna do your research, my girl, about the religion in African context, or how did we come to this point? Yeah. Because at the moment, really speaking, I Africans we are out of there. Now I'm a Christian myself. My Christianity does not disallow me. No, I'm not. I'm not. Born. I do believe Mudimute. One, and I do believe Jesus Christ will clean and so that's I'm done. I'm not even gonna be shaken by that one. One thing for sure that I hated about our religion, it's been used even today to manipulate everybody.
Exactly.
You understand? That's the whole point of Christian. Bible has been misused by everyone or but done something from just to use it to get something from you.
Yes.
I don't know. Nela Otlan. Muruta thing on the Kim millionaire. On a jet. Untare Nelang and Otlanola Beck. The only person who's getting rich more can another one.
The Africans, they are using the same
Africans.
mechanism.
Now it's even us black people.
Who are doing that,
there.
yes. Wow.
The Book of Eli.
Yeah.
The
So-
one who has the
book controls the world.
Is controlling the world.
Fine. Religion in the African context, our next debate.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about it. And I wish I can get a pastor mom, either Molining or Atlim.
Bishop.
I have to be part of this.
Let me tell you what happens. Let me tell you something about what happens with pastors.
Yeah.
It becomes personal. They will want to zero in one scripture.
Yeah.
You know my young brother.
Yes.
Hey, bro. Yeah, no,
Kimuruti.
and what's about? And the brainwashing is so bad because when we start to to debate certain things, and I bring out information, then this is what it does. Then it says that actually that is the reason why that the Bible is the only book that he reads.
Okay.
You see, now that's the highest level of ignorance. The only,
Yeah.
the only, you understand? The only book that he reads. You understand?
Yeah.
And I'm like, but then if that's the only book that you must read and anything else it's a lie, then how are you gonna grow, boy?
Yeah.
It's fine.
grow?
Mine are repost on I'm not the topic on its own.
Yeah.
Let's schedule for next week. I don't know, next week Wednesday, Global Tiger.
Yeah.
Either
Okay.
next
Yeah,
week
no,
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Sorry,
Tuesday.
next week
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Yes.
Tuesday.
Next week Tuesday, guys, we are talking about this one religion, Christianity in religion, religion broadly in an African context. Again, not today LGBTQ in African context. We're gonna be debunking. Why, but we're gonna be debunking all these things. Kind of African context. How do we as Africans, do we view all these things that we've been fed?
Yeah.
You talk about education in African context. There's going to be a lot of things that we're going to talk about this thing. As Africans speaking against this thing, I'm thinking our minds have been polluted for so long, we are done.
I think it's African awakening.
Yeah.
African awareness.
It should
And
be.
then
It
I
should
think
be.
the mother is waking up. And then for those that don't realize,
Yeah.
you already waking up.
Why,
It's just for you to
Yes.
realize, and then
Yes.
you'll join us.
And
But
yeah.
if you are lost, my brother, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So as I was saying earlier, Kefa, the context mentioned something horrible. There was never the lesbian, it was only gay people from now. What happened? I was still to explain what happened. So many alphabets in this whole thing.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why one?
Yes.
The gay people came, then what are lesbians, right? There was lesbians now. Now the problem is how did the B come across? I'll tell you why. The gay people, the gay men, now started impregnating women. Now questions were asked, how did you get it up? If you are so gay, you want to sleep with a man.
Yes.
Do you understand? And then the women who are lesbians now start getting pregnant. So how did you sleep with a man?
Yes, it's
Whereas you are supposed to.
Yes.
Exactly.
And then came the bisexual one. But some of us are bisexual. We can do it both ways. We can go this way, we can go that way. You understand? Then the bisexual come in. They're not LGB. Do you understand?
Okay.
Yeah.
And now these three, like these three acronyms, LGB. And then all of a sudden, now there are those
Yeah, I was proud for that.
no. Napila ki musadi in trapped in a man's body.
Good.
Yes.
Do you understand? I'm a man trapped in a
And
man's body. It's not a problem, it's your thing. But then do not then and half it about it. Much as I say I'm a woman, I must now go inside women's spaces. I must now use women's restrooms. I must now use women's facilities.
Yes.
I must change with women, more change room. I must be in sports.
Tabaside.
Because I say I'm a woman, not Mudimu or some prophecy camera musad. I say I'm a woman, so you have to respect that. And on top of that, you're supposed to start calling me she. Never call me he again. Until but I'm a makeup. Even about time. Rocco makeup I'm a she.
Mara in Africa they are being
wait.
somehow.
Wait. When we're listening to this person saying these things to us,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
I mean, you telling me that. I'm looking at you. Why is it so difficult for me to understand that you're brain dead?
Exactly. Exactly. But what's the problem again?
But you understand my point? Because I'm trying to understand like what you say. There's nothing that proves that what this person is saying ugamko.
Yeah.
But then now I have to be convinced by what you are saying.
Yes.
Already you are insane.
Of course.
You are insane. From here I need to take you to a mental hospital because of the you are saying.
By the way, the gay thing before, how only gay, it was classified as a mental condition.
Exactly.
It was treated as a
state
mental
of the
condition.
mind.
I never
Nowadays,
knew that.
it's there. I'm telling you. It's
At least today I know something.
it's also about debunked from being a mental illness now.
Yeah.
Recently, but normal.
Because
But it's normal mental
Yeah.
illness. It's a mental what can. But mental, maybe it's kind of this thing.
Hape molo or feel road map ya sexuality.
What so
road map.
so that's how this whole thing came out to be. Or no, Then I can't remember the tea. This tea came and it forced. Now the tea is dominating everything. Do you understand?
Yes.
The T wants to be the one that's supposed to be there. Everybody's trans nowadays. Now there's non-binary people. What is it? Metal. Non-binary. Queer questioning.
Okay, I'm going to get from the blues. Queer mina.
Queer mina hore.
Break it down for us African
Queer
brothers.
means maina le soka tiru high. Apare rogo. Queer comes from drag queen, or not drag queen.
Drag queen.
No,
Eh,
drag queen.
Yes.
Now, because drag queen is the gay men dressing up as women, flamboyancy, and dancing for other men.
No, but guys, listen. This is all straightforward. We are living with mentally ill people.
Of course we are.
That's it.
Of course we are.
So in the actual fact, this whole thing, it needs to go back to the mental hospital because there's no way that you're gonna have beard and have a penis
Wapara makeup.
and have balls.
Yeah.
And you still are able to fuck and you still want to tell me that you're a woman.
Okay, what's the one thing in Makadi thing? This priest or ki in yako free state.
Yeah.
But ki muruti mang.
Bruh, I don't
Why did they do just like you? What voice on what? Very healing the miniskirt. Don't let show. I guess about ki muruti mang.
Awanyela o.
I'm telling you.
Live.
Congregation.
Kindu
man.
tse man.
You don't know that muruti.
No, okay, the matter I'm crazy.
You know, Professor
I
Omar
couldn't
Johnson.
understand
Professor Omar Johnson said the same thing, and I actually, it was the first time I heard somebody from America confronting the issue of homosexuality.
Yeah.
And Professor Omar Johnson, I like what he said. He said it's a mental state.
Yeah, it is.
It's a mental state. Right now, as I'm listening to Uhos, like explaining these people,
Yeah.
I mean, you can see right there that the person is sick. He has lost it. There's a nerve, a shaile lapayan.
Now what-
Lo muntu must go.
Yeah, nowadays baby it's gender dysphoria. Haisali gender, haisali could dysphoria kore, I'm confused in
Kere
what.
ko hotsa be ke happy jana
You know,
Dysphoria.
haisali mental
Confusion.
illness and you confused. Now I see I've got a dick, but I feel like I'm.
Ithi ngitsheleke mina emakhaya bebenzani kudala mfo. Mawuqala ba confuse kanjalo. Sizokuthatha sithatha intombi gibela intaba laphana uzobamba itshe elikhulu elingaka sokushaya masiqeda ukushaya sithi igibela lo muntu
Yeah.
uzobona uzoma lomthondo igcineni uzomgibela then you'll know ukuthi you are a man. That's how it
bona
is.
bale ba reads abuse ba le ba kandlela ba tlo reads abuse.
Ah
Let me tell you my story. ne.
Skippa leli
Yeah.
There
dimo.
was a restaurant I used to go to many years nyana go morao. That restaurant ne owner ke these two women but the lesbian they were white.
Yeah.
So toilet tsa bona they were unisex.
So sana moto
Yeah, go
molongo.
read this so get line and then the pile ka wa bona locker all drops it into.
Yes.
It's like when you're coming in, the door opens, anyone can come out. I wanna set down and ha bula ho tswa mosadi.
Yeah.
Eno ka bula ho tswa monna. So
Yeah.
there was nothing everyone never waits for o feel welcome o equal but pile they were supporting batho ba bona. Wa bona
Yes.
re ke yona indoctrination like o botsang hore bit by bit when you introduce something like that, la wa kids ka mokgo mokhadi ya bolelang. It's a brainwashing sort of a system.
Yeah.
That lady ngwana ya ha go la tlolo kana le yena na ana confusion ile and mputso re yo wela go kae
Exactly.
bona ka mo
Yeah.
aha
Yeah.
Did club ashimo club yam.
oh
Di toilet tsa teng.
ke di
Tsana
unisex
monna le mosadi.
okay
O to rubile le matogram o ga tswa monna.
yeah hey,
What's about king?
I'm not comfortable.
Wa bona mo gone mo
I'm
mo
not
nto mo
comfortable. It's
mo
being introduced
yeah.
slowly but surely. It's
We once had a show ya a show ya mohemo ya education ya mohemo Department of Education agabol ele ya gore ba batla tsa gender neutral toilets. Yeah, they actually went as far as but drafted
bill.
a policy
Okay.
called Department of Health. Not even health man.
Education.
Gore they are going to introduce genderless toilets.
Yes.
All our primary schools.
Who's doing
Yo.
that our government
Education, yes.
Education.
Emona, that was the first time I see Parliament email one. You didn't care for ACDP or Parliament. That never. That's not going to happen.
or the
At
tenants
least-
also finally
Yeah, but no, la half.
Never.
Elijah
Kids are going
Mhlanga.
to be raped.
Elijah Mhlanga, the worst of all, the spokesperson is sa Education Department. Hans response. It was just a draft.
oh
It was never going to. I'm like, The moment somebody came that nonsense idea in the morning on Monday,
Yeah.
Elijah, let's have this thing. And Lana Mo meeting la entertainer. That was nonsense. You should have sat there and talked about pit toilets that our kids are falling into. Banaba tana mahara school since na festeri, but na ceiling was na school at all, but na mata start. You should have thought about that before it was just a draft. A draft,
Eastern Cape go boni go boqumga go
Limpopo alone is worse. It's worse.
Guys, can I help you when it comes to politics and that? What people don't understand is that when a country becomes part of the United Nations, and this is the reason why you'll see that most of the countries that are not part, and there are not many, but they are not part of United Nations, nothing is being said about them. They are not even affected by COVID. As a matter of fact, we know little, if not nothing, about those countries, and they do exist.
Yeah,
and they still have an order of living and all these things. The things that we battle about, Rena, body tape, lesbianism, abortion, they don't happen there. Yeah. Now listen to this. When a country becomes part of United Nations, automatically right now what happens is that now you are being run and controlled by the Illuminati.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Yeah.
And why? Because of United Nations is funded by the Illuminati.
Yes.
So what happened with the likes of ANCs and all these things? People were initiated from Mandela.
Yeah, very.
As part of the clique.
This thing, yeah.
That's the reason why Israel is able to take the money and kill people, and the money was found in the mattress, and that money...
And nothing happens to him.
Exactly. Now, already there is a program of how to destroy and destruct.
Yeah.
So when at the end, the consumer, the end user, you're going to be fighting ANC. They are long captured.
Yeah.
They are actually serving the master.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Remember what Credo Muto talks about the issue of the city of bronze underneath the mountains of Zaire, and he says that the Chitaura stays there. There are beings that are different from us, of alien descent, who are there, and in the actual fact, they've got powers and they are being worshipped.
Yeah.
Now, this is quite very, very deep. And that's why I'm saying, you're not going to win this one. The only way that you're going to win this one is to conscientize yourself, build your own schools, create your own economic system, plant your own food. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Plant your own food, have your own things, do your own thing. Build your own communities. That's how you're going to win it. You're not going to win this one via politics, because of, I can tell you, anybody right now, except a person who is prepared to have his country suffering sanctions, labeled, back to poverty. Only those kind of people,
just like Cuba,
exactly, will be able to fight this one.
Yeah.
If ever you want to fight it and still want to have comfort, you're not going to win.
Because
you're not going to win.
Yes.
Because the only way to pull out of the clique is to say, fuck you all. I'm coming out of the United Nations. I'm doing with my own country. We're going to trade among ourselves. We'll select countries that we're going to relate to. And I'm canceling all the contracts that I have with the international community.
Yeah.
And once you go that route, you fucked. So many people, they don't want to go that route. And that is why the likes of Putin, they are not loved.
I guess that is why when Zuma created BRICS, those are the texts that came to him. Yeah, that's why he was taken out completely. Hey, because an otlaka something was completely UN also likes to compete in the West.
This is the reason why. This is the reason why in the this is the reason why in the actual fact.
What you're saying, in short, we must just go back to our roots.
Exactly.
Yes.
This is the reason why I can tell you right now. Politics, personally, I never want to get involved, because of I realize one thing, Ogoti. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who comes. As long as we're still part of the international community,
Yes.
we are compromised.
Yeah.
You see the short little man. Check how many people hated him, and he's not part of that shit. That's why he even said it himself. He says, "You know what? I don't know what deceived Africans
Yeah.
in thinking that to become part of the international community actually is liberation. They are being told that homosexuality is okay,
Yeah.
but polygamy is a
It's
sin.
the
same,
And they
yes.
accept that. Do you understand? Because when you're part of the international community, you need to meet the international standards. The
Standards,
question that I'm
yes.
asking you, who is setting those standards?
Keyboard.
Because of those standards, they're not serving you.
Yeah.
They're not representing you.
Yeah.
But the
Yes.
problem is this: black people will not move away from the international community because black people are hungry
And
so
they
they want
Yes.
comfort.
No, mine, they
Yeah.
also want to belong.
Exactly.
That's why right now, Ogra Moto has very gushi. And then the worst part,
Yeah.
like what's from side like right now we Pan Africans.
Yes.
Like it like spirituality.
Yes.
Yes.
Whatever item you wear,
Yeah.
like maybe you apare cotton and stuff,
Yeah.
or the vibration yeah how.
Yeah.
Those dilonyana the Gucci lin, they will never get you anywhere.
Yeah.
Apara your African attire, or be proud about your Africanness, you'll never go wrong.
Ne?
Ona beno basadi ba rena no sorry asuri ke ra gore ke bua hampe sorry
Yeah.
mokadi
Yes.
I hope you are listening
Yeah. She is listening. She's still there.
ya
Yeah.
ke no bolela fela gore ke ra bontshana gore tle bjang so that re khono bana le solution ona beno batho ba robala le basadi ba babedi like I'm trying to show
Yes.
ba apara di makeup ba apara moriri
Yeah.
ba bia selomo re se fatlho ka re se retsenyana
Yeah.
then ona beno ke mmonya a ke re nkhatlile
Yes.
ke ne sa shube ile lo tsa ya rara e be re robala
Yeah.
o shube ke tswa motho lo different
And then umangwe. Ane dintsi sa batomo.
ba re ke frontal
Hayi yo frontal
batho
ante.
ba a ba robale ba nyakana le ntšhelete o ilo fa motho a retse frontal
Le frontal.
mara have you ever seen white people ba change from themselves to
To
black
be
people?
like us. No.
No.
If it was equal like that, I would be very
No.
saying, or at least all of us were confused.
We're equal. You know?
Or equal.
Tsa makgowa,
But ona
I
be-
couldn't.
Eh, mokgadi?
Mokgadi?
Ke letsa
That
makgowa.
I couldn't makgowa.
Yeah. All right, but I've got comment ewani from our site mona mo Facebook tla ke bona ke ma ke ntate morwa ke ntate morwa nkokobu mokwena moroka. I wanna be there one of these good days.
We're here.
More na mo. You're more than welcome.
Look like Rahul, we are growing.
Yeah, and then Ankara Baba requested someone I will be there as soon as possible. No, it's Amren.
Also have comments from Matapelo. More comments.
Are Matapelo, yeah.
Matapelo left all the way from Rustenburg.
Yes.
We were deceived in the 1800s, so now it's easy to deceive blacks.
Yeah.
Ababo happened
Simon.
Simon.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is why you are not to eat food that makes you lose your vibration.
Okay.
Ke that time I will like the vibration.
Vibration, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Re ke tlhalose go bontsha.
Yes.
Go re ke nyako bontsha the whole spectrum. Ba ka nna ba ntloya nna ke na taba. O bone motho a tsere mathwasane ba ja go steers.
Yes.
O tloela le thwasane la hao le ja di chips le kolobe.
Yeah.
Wow.
If nna ko botsa ka state of Gobela.
Yeah.
Go ra gore le tšhelete ba reng eng ngwana ha wa thwasa.
Yeah.
Because go buditse the effects tsa kolobe it's just that we were never told ba no ra kolobe e jiu
Yeah.
mara if ne ba o buditse dilo tse tsotlhe ka mo ke le tlhalositse gore kolobe e etsa ntho
Yeah,
le
go
brain.
tlhong, yes.
That is why bana ba batho ba bua ba fatlhile ba sa bone se
That's the next.
yes
Because
Go na
what you
dilo tse ding-
masepala je.
ha okay a re etse so no sa tshwanna gore o pila o thwasise ke motho o mo hona le batho ba specially ne ba
Yeah.
tshwantse ba iriwe bjao
It's fine.
and then how na le spiritual calling
Yes.
ebile ka mo high ne ba o tseya fela bo isa ko nokeng ba o introduce to batho ba o boe no kgona o bona everything
Yeah.
go bontsha gore ntho ele e tlile ka yona suppression ya di-chemical le yona o jeswe dilo tsela
Yeah.
that is why bona batho bantši ba suffera spiritually today because they don't get anything out of even go thwasa
Another topic yona eo. Sa wana fana. Betla go betla go anyeo. Another one ke yona gore which is what? Which is real, which is false. Wa bona another one ya tla bigeta. Which is one which is false. Yeah.
You know, Jose, I can tell you right now, the issue of us building our own educational institutions is very much important.
Of course.
Very
Of course.
much.
Because there's so much content, so much knowledge. I mean, he talks about the foods that will make you lose your vibration.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And which you are not supposed to eat. And I can tell you, there's a whole lot of people who don't even know what's that.
Of course, I don't know. I don't know. Get it, so I don't know.
And you cannot now. My question is, how do you then say you are liberating people? How do you then say that I'm setting these people free while these people you are not teaching them about who they are?
Yeah.
How are you going to be free? You know, Chinese, when they got their liberation, the first thing that they did, they revived their culture, they revived their customs and all these kind of things.
But the British thing went out.
Exactly.
By the way.
Tina, we didn't have that in 1994.
Yeah.
Instead, what happened is that okay, babes, you're gonna come in now. Instead, what happened?
Babes,
Instead, what happened after 1994?
Yeah.
White people went white.
Yeah, more white.
Black people went white.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Yeah, Mukadi no ring. Mukadi?
Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
So, make it like I got this thing. There's this way to throw around.
Yeah.
If you want to hide something for a black person, put it in a book.
Yeah.
Which is a fucking insult. I'll fuck someone who can put that in you. I'm telling you now. Yeah.
It's true, yes.
I know, but it's a bitter pill to
there's
swallow.
those words that they don't throw around, or if you want to hide something, put it in a book.
Yeah.
So the reason behind that, it is because Rona led African people. A book is not our thing. Like writing things in a book, it has never been our thing. So if ever, when you go hide something in terms of if okafa to dijote so auto lose the hormone to hide over musadi and then auto tomana otherwise why we are in a book, I will never chances of me reading that book and finding that information is very limited. I will continue to eat the same thing that it is written in a book somewhere where it says if you want to do this, if you want to do this, this is what you're going to do. Mara, because I am not prone to books, I'm not a book person. I take information more if somebody else is saying it more than if in Nankaya research. As I would say easy for now get my information about food, let's start there, about the upbringing of a black person or about the history of a black person. I would easily research about those things. How easy. So that is why I believe the whole
LGBTQ plus.
All those until again like all the alphabets
Yes.
Yeah, this is and the reason why it is because every day somebody else will just say something, and then before our own researchers, black people, to say pila retwakai, until we can explain or retwakai what is it about others, black and African people, we will always be hearing what the black Americans are doing. We will always be prone into what is it that they are doing. And anything else that America is doing, they want to get right because by Zamarize, American American that's number one. So whenever we have something on a social media, it got their hype immediately because one only money to back it up, one only money to market it, one only charity to put it there, more facing I ignore. Mara, because Rona, I understand the woman as African people. Let's say, who are we as African people?
Yes.
We don't know. So somebody else needs to come and tell us, or you as an African person, this is who you are. And then I take that and then I want to run with it. I run with something that it is not me. Mara, it is somebody else who told me, or when I as an African person, this is who you are. You are born a slave, and then you are born like this, and then this is what you need to do. So all those things, we are living according to what a white person from outside Africa has come in and told us who we are. But until we understand or in a woman, we will always have all these letters, and then we all have to rainbow nation, and then rainbow anything. And then you need to go out there and then report. And then the minute you start to talk about it, you are being labeled. Or when or like you are the one who's being labeled. The minute you start questioning, you are the one who's being labeled during when you are homosexual, you are homophobic.
You are transphobic. You are all this.
Yeah, but then because only because you just want to understand. Because you're saying, okay, when did it start? How did it start? How did you know when you are here?
Yeah.
You are being labeled.
Yeah.
Hey,
Are you finished, Mokadi?
and do you know and do you know the worst thinking, guys? This thing. The like I said earlier, the trans thing, about to meet the other alphabets.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Because more trans now they've got babies. Do you know what baby is?
Babies.
What's a baby?
Because you have-
A baby can want as non-gender.
Yeah, you said something like that the
Yeah.
other day.
They sent me the video. I've been trying to play it. There's a child who's non-gender.
Why are the African analysts? I said you told me already. I told you this is like a roadmap. Now another one.
There's a couple. There's a couple in the UK that is raising kids. Ke Monsadi, Babe, Dilemon. Let me show you how. Let me just paint you a picture of how they look like.
Okay.
Right? In
So
the
this
house.
Tembu.
This Tembu South 3.
Okay.
The guy is a transgender. He dresses like a woman. Kadi they do everything else. The woman monna. The lesbian one. Then the other one is non-binary. In a sense, how will it in any way? How will it
In between.
Yes, I will
Then-
yeah.
Then they have a baby. They have kids, like 2, I think, or 3. And then
Did they adopt those babies? Or
no.
that was sex?
They're like the head normal sex.
I get it, the guy.
The guy is still there,
What are the
remember?
guy?
The guy is still there. So the guy na rekimo sadi. Wapa roko da man. Can you tell me make up everything else? I don't know what the fuck that thing is. And then these two one, musadi ona ubuchinyana. Once ubuchinyana wa high and everything, so it's fine. And then haba butsa hori. Okay, how do you guys now? We're not non-binary. How they them? How he and she? It's fine. How does a small
Not a
baby?
he's, not a she.
Trogaya fees already.
Yeah, it's like it's a lot of information, bro. How is a little baby now being a baby? In a sense, this child, Hannah, him, or her, get just in between neutral.
Are the organs there?
No.
The organs are there.
They are allowed not to disclose the gender of the child.
What's it called?
Another. It's like former another.
This is mental
thing.
illness.
Yeah,
This is mental
what's it
illness.
called? But I'm going to play
Yeah.
the audio of that video that maybe you can hear and you can analyze that after
Okay.
that. I'm gonna try to find the audio thing and then the video thing from the tablet, and then we play the audio only.
Kosi, why is it sorry, man? Why is it waraki in?
Yeah.
Everything a black man I eating.
Yes.
Who would it say a white man?
Yeah.
How can I tell Agnes or ko nyala ke monna how? Mar everything ki refer ko booking ya makhuwa.
Yes.
Mara nna le ena re ba Sotho.
Yeah.
And then I want to know how can I show you as a society re tla re ntse re deteriorate. Can I look up and these young boys? Ba bia maruku mara ho. So when I ask them, they have to show you. And we do hanchi ba well informed, ba proud to se
Yes.
Mara they cannot answer you why ba bia maruku mara ho.
Yes.
I even had to tell them why ba bia maruku ona ba utlwang ka nna. Mara
I ain't
ba-
go bulele because Kilwale, my eldest
Oh,
son,
oh,
Kadas,
your eldest
every
son.
day. I don't
That
want.
thing- that thing to
have
me-
you ever
that
seen
thing, it told me
anyone
to go to
expose
Rongonye.
their underwear?
It will go to Rongonye.
I don't want to see your underwear.
In the
So.
like in the US and about that's when the guy shows that I'm ready to be done.
Yes.
Eh?
Yes.
Kotrongong, it's when you
I'm
show
ready to be
gore
done.
nna.
Oh, yeah, I
Kenya
think I
gojiwa.
once heard
Bano.
that. Yeah, I'm ready. Nna kenya
Okay,
gojiwa.
then listen to the part you're gonna get scared. When we're outside again, you're still reminding us or when I kana okamo. I feel like wa fela. So wow. Let's live ka mo reipang. Sorry, I get out go irala anything
Yeah.
wrong.
All right.
O
Sheba.
tlo kry lor har analyzer. Ile to portraying hore I'm seeing nake.
Yeah. Bon, I'm gonna play. Let me play that video earlier today. How I told these people we will and then we'll take it from there. All right. Guys who are listening and those who will be watching YouTube, let you just hear the audio. You won't see the pictures. It's fine. Well, just listen to this.
All right.
We have heard of people who identify as non-binary using the pronoun they or their instead of he or she. But what about this? Having a they-be instead of a baby. It's a new term that some parents are using to show that they're bringing up their offspring gender neutral. It's a very interesting situation. Just tell us a little bit about Sparrow. Are you able to even say how Sparrow
Sparrow is a little baby girl, right? Listen to this.
was, what gender Sparrow was born, or is that something you avoid talking about altogether?
Well, the whole point of gender is that we don't know Sparrow's gender yet. As far as what their anatomy is, we do choose to keep that private, to a short list of caregivers.
Now, this was not the situation, was it, with Hazel, who was your first child? Because Hazel,
Yes,
you did
that's
bring up in, as a little girl.
Well, I did assign binary pronouns to Hazel initially, yes. And then when they were older, they articulated a preference for using they, them pronouns.
Right, just so I get my head around all this, it's obviously very complicated. Not to you, but it's complicated to me. So let me try and just lay this out. Explain your domestic setup. You're married, is that right?
Yes, I'm in a multi-adult family. There's 3 of us that are raising 2 children, an 8-year-old and my 1-year-old.
And how would you describe yourself? You were born biologically male, or how would you describe
I'm non-binary. Yeah, I'm non-binary, which means that I don't identify as a man or a woman, and I use they, them pronouns.
Okay, and your wife or partner, is it a wife? How would you describe your other half?
Well, all of the adults in my household identify as transgender or non-binary.
Right, and you're only married to one, or you're married to both?
Legally married to one,
right,
in a relationship with another.
So the one you're legally married to, what is their name?
Bren.
Bren, and Bren identifies as
A woman.
A
Uses
woman.
she, her.
Okay. Yeah. So the brand person Kimunna. This woman is married to this person, and then the brand person ke transgender are Kimusadi.
Okay.
Wapara roko, everything else. Can they do the makeup?
But then you see
Too much
Jose.
confusion there.
No, but you see, Jose, this is where the problem is.
So remove it away from the garden of Eden. Get a fire.
Mind, this is where the problem is. This is where the problem is.
Yeah.
If you have noticed, is that in most cases, people who are always trying to name things and change things from the origin. Unfortunately, not that I'm being racist, whatever it is. It has been white people.
Of course.
Yes.
And I'm listening to somebody saying to me now that they don't know the child's gender. I mean, what the fuck? Because of you can see.
You can see it.
Now they will try. Now listen to this. They will try to explain what do they mean by that scientifically. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Guys, look. Life is so simple. It's not complicated. That's why I don't even want to crack my head with this nonsense, because I can tell you, you can see. And you know exactly when you see that this is a male, this is a female, and the two organs, they give you information that the other one receives, the other one gives, and all these things. And obviously, one gonna fall pregnant, somebody must come out. So now you wanna tell me that when somebody comes out, you're gonna say next time, I don't know if it's a child or it's an animal. Yet you can see.
So just imagine. Mosadi umbotor eh. Mam kulo or mam ngane okhulele. Okay, first thing hands a lega mu you know.
Yeah.
Lega la level le tlo itse. Le lega senya go itse tsatsi le tswang o tombotsoro eh I've got a baby boy.
Yeah.
Na ke itse to your stock o edile 3 boys, maybe there's 2 girls.
Yeah.
Simple. That's how they create.
Exactly.
Listen.
And she was born a woman and remains identifying as a woman?
Yeah. Yeah, she's a woman. Yeah.
Okay, and who's the third member of the setup?
My partner, Luna, who uses they, them pronouns as well.
And Luna is male or female? Or?
Non-binary.
Non-binary.
No. Luna came on nothing. Sorry. lona ke monna teng o longwanya no mongwa partnera o nyetse mosadi and then abale partnera monna o etsang bana ba ka mo jarateng
mara o apara as monna
wa para ka mosadi yes o non binary
utlwane ke di lesbian di nyetse monna
ba nyetse o one o nyetse monna
ya ke rabia o mwana o nyetse monna
ba nyalane ba babedi ba nyana ba ke lesbian tse pedi nyalane right then the partner comes in so ba betha ka mola ka itrisa
ke monna
Akere
wa para like
ke le ke fa example ka ya ola wa morena ka re bona ke yena le monna mara o entse sergesi mara morago okay
yeah absolutely
Okay, but you're not married to Luna.
No.
Okay, and you have 2 children in the house.
Yes.
Okay, and just to clarify again, Sparrow, we don't know whether Sparrow was born male or female because you haven't said that. The Sparrow is now non-binary?
No, sparrow is, I would say, anti-gender, which is a term, that means before gender. Like, all children, at this age are developmentally not able to really understand gender yet. It's just something that they don't have the understanding for. So it's not that the child is non-binary, it's that the child just doesn't have any gender yet.
Right, but the child, look, let me try and get my head around this.
Wait, can I tell you? You know this shit that she just said right now.
Yeah.
Is the very same shit that is being said by gays that before you are born, while you are still in your mother's womb.
Yes.
You are actually we're all female.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? We're all female. guys, I don't know, but I don't find, and I'm even surprised that right there in the States, there can be a group that's growing and there can be a flippant television show or something that's entertaining the shit. These people are mentally ill, mentally sick.
Yes,
that's
this
how
is
it
a
is.
mental illness.
That's how it is. You need to take them to a mental hospital, let them sit there and discuss among themselves this whole mental shit, and let us continue with life.
Well,
but then now what the world is doing is this. They don't take them to where they're supposed to be. They bring them in here so that they can create confusion.
Yeah.
Remember how the enemy works. Well, I don't want to be quoting the devil and stuff like that, but I'm going to quote the devil. He works with chaos.
Yeah.
He creates chaos.
Yes.
That's how it is. So there must be chaos. So now, when you don't put them where they're supposed to be and you allow them to mingle around here, slowly but surely they start to confuse everybody else. So now, when you see a penis, it's like, no, I don't know what is that. Is that a penis? No, I don't know what is that.
I don't know what is that.
Yes, it's going.
What is the worst thinking? The worst thinking. They come get gender assigned at birth. And I asked the person, what do you mean by saying gender was assigned at birth? Who assigns something that they see?
Exactly.
Do you understand what I'm saying? How wanna talk about people, but we don't know what he's gonna be in the future, so we're just gonna make him a boy. No, we are confirming what we see.
No, but
the findings.
That answer there, Jose, it's an answer of a mentally ill person.
Exactly.
Because of if ever right now you're wearing a red shirt, a red T-shirt, and I'm gonna say, but I don't know what color is it. I think it's black.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see it's red.
It's red.
So something is wrong here with my mind. So why am I being entertained? That's my problem. Why am I being entertained? Why are you entertaining this? Why are they entertaining this in the States? It's because the plan now is to bring chaos. Because now people are going to start entertaining such, even though you see that pussy is pussy, but it's like, no, I don't know. It looks like it, but
looks like something.
It looks like something.
Can I say something? The part that I like, the gas statement, I can hear it's a woman. Kids don't know their gender and what kid knows what?
Yeah, exactly.
Because kids, they come here blank. We as adults must teach them.
Yeah. Mara, do you know why is Mishima at the moment in his form?
Why
is Mishima that boy of mine? Yes.
You're a baby boy.
Yeah.
You're a boy. Why are you saying why are you saying I'm a boy?
You know what's
because
the next
you
level?
have a penis, baby.
Yeah.
You know what's the next level? You know what's the next level? The next level is somebody walking around with a butcher knife, killing someone, cutting them into pieces and putting them in a frying pan and say, according to me, this is meat.
Yeah.
Then now we must entertain the fact that now he feels that this is myth, so a human being can be chowed by another human
Oh,
being.
he
and
identifies as a lion
and
or
try
a
to come up,
carnival.
and try to come up with a system.
a cannibal.
And try to come up with a
Yes.
system of how we can open up markets so that they can be able to sell this meat. You
Already
see,
the market is there, man. What are you saying?
But it's not
market is
legal.
there, you're human
Actually,
being.
it's not legal. It's not
I'm
legal,
telling
remember.
you.
Wait.
It's not legal.
Okay, how Javoro? So, do you know Rojang?
Like speculation.
I'm just telling
That's a
you.
speculation. Yeah, read
As a
or is it
speculation, how
really?
Javoro
No,
so
Mara, there
Olala
is
Rojang.
there is some articles where these beggars and everything and
Yeah.
they tested human DNA.
So, how Javoro? How
You see,
Javoro?
on that point, let me tell you something. There's some that look during COVID, I think. Oh yeah, during COVID, and then there was a whole thing about what you call this guy, Microsoft shit, asshole guy.
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates, that is buying McDonald's and then is cloning everything and stuff. So for the longest of time, I stayed away from McDonald's. Just one day, I decided, fuck man, let me just go and grab myself McD. You know, it has been a while, bruh. When I was tasting the fucking patty, totally different from what I know. That shit is cloned. It's not proper. It's like you're chowing something like it doesn't taste meat at all.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste meat at all. And I'm like, so people are eating these on daily basis, McDonald's all over the place. And yet, when you go and buy a proper pet, you can see it. You can actually pick up the difference. And you'll find that you see how stupid we become. You see how stupid we become. You'll find that it's people who are enjoying that part of McD. Oh, McD has improved.
Their condition.
McD has improved. McD now is more healthier. You know, I'm telling you, there's people that you can taste that is not original meat.
Because the mind is already conditioned to the taste.
Do you see how? Do you see how the world gets to be fucked up?
Let me add something. Did you know those? And we are not about to talk about those things, man. But let me just say something. Then I stayed away from McD for a very long time. After I heard this, my brother once worked in McD.
McDonald's, yes.
Those things, they are timed. They expire. They say they died.
Yeah.
And then it's not supposed. The clock is saying chin. That is why those things, body bedi nako. They must expire, and they must sell it as fast as possible. Or it's like it's an issue because it's wasting now. They must throw it away.
Okay.
Yes, they die. How can a meat die?
Our vibration is already gone there.
Right, so
listen,
forget about them.
Well, I mean, that's something that we don't usually discuss unless it's necessary with maybe a medical professional or, a caregiver.
Right. So,
Ari, I just wonder if I can intervene here, because I think that a lot of people find this very confusing. And it's because people think that if you are born with biological anatomy that indicates that you're either male or female, then therefore you have that gender identity. You're a man or a woman. But can you explain why you think that isn't helpful, that the anatomy that you are born with biologically shouldn't dictate your identity? Because I think that's the sort of bigger point that your situation is trying to get to, isn't it? That when you're born with certain genitals, society decides how you should act. And as far as I'm trying to understand it, that is what you're railing against. Am I right?
Yes, it's a great question and a great clarification. What it is that, yes, commonly people born with one type of anatomy will identify with one gender, people with different anatomy will identify with another, but that totally negates the fact that there are legitimately thousands of people all over the world for whom that is not the case.
So what I would say, Ari, just in from that point of view, you're not necessarily dictated to by society. I mean, if you have a little girl and, she's biologically a girl, she can decide and still be a she. This is, I'm putting this to you.
I don't think you can't call her a she, though. Sparrow's not a she,
No,
right?
I know. So let's talk about a different little girl or another child.
We don't know if Sparrow's she or he.
No, that is true. So I'm talking about a little girl whose parents do call her a she. She doesn't necessarily need to, for instance, play with dolls, do cooking lessons
No,
and
exactly.
wear pink.
Gender
She just doesn't have
expression.
to.
Yeah, gender expression is totally different from gender identity. Someone can identify as a boy and, like any color, any toy, sports, dance, pink, blue, whatever. And same with identifying as a girl or non-binary. People's interests or hobbies or preferences don't dictate what their gender is.
When did
Sparrow
Hazel
having a preference?
Listen to
when
this
did
question.
Hazel
Listen
decide
to this question.
that she was no longer going to be a girl?
Hazel decided that they were non-binary when they were about 4. They had been exploring gender before that, trying on different pronouns, experimenting with different names.
How the hell does a 4-year-old decide that they're no longer a girl or a
No,
boy?
they decided on their behalf.
That's what Pierce told her. Nah,
They are
Hazel
kids.
is 4 years. There's no way in heaven that
They
she
are
can know what the
kids.
pronoun is.
Yes.
How if he's a boy or a girl or whatever.
You
You,
know-
are the one who chose this for her.
You know what happens sometimes, and this is not common among black people, and that's why maybe we will not know.
Yeah.
But it does happen with the West, especially that people belong in cults. Okay.
Yeah.
In a particular cult. And based on their craziness of that cult, they follow certain things and they do certain things.
Yeah.
Because now I'm listening to this person talking. It sounds to me like this is some fucking cult mentality.
It is.
Of being insane, and not admitting that you are insane, but trying to change what's originally is.
Yeah.
So they've grown their cult. Remember what happened? There was some stories way back of different guys who started a cult of Christianity, and then the guy told people to stay in the building. Now these are the last days.
Yes.
And then people got banned and died in the building. Americans are known for that shit. White people actually are known for that shit. They are famous. That's why you had the Ku Klux Klan, you had all these kind of cults. They are known for fucking cult thing. They always have all these funny little groups. To me, this sounds like an outbreak from a particular cult that right now it has programmed itself in their own fucking belief system, and now they are coming out there to try and confuse people. And the sad story is this: when all this shit happens, black people are not there. Out of the blue,
Yeah.
our own black folks
Eish.
who lack knowledge and understanding,
Yes.
they will start to embrace this shit as well, because these ones will welcome in. Soon, you're going to hear black people starting talking like this.
Yeah. Utlala the answer. Utlala the answer to this thing.
But they picked they, them pronouns and chose the name Hazel when they
You
were
see,
4
Ari,
years
with,
old.
with the greatest of respect,
Tits.
I have a 7-year-old daughter, right? When she was 4 years old, her main decision of the day was whether to watch Peppa Pig or Frozen. She had not a clue what about gender identity or non-binary or any of this stuff. And I put it to you that this wasn't Hazel's idea, was it? This was your idea. You decided that Hazel had gender issues that she needed to address, and you persuaded your daughter that she was no longer to be a girl, didn't she?
I mean, I personally don't agree with that assertion, but I can see how that could be misconstrued. I think that every family environment is unique. And say a child becomes a concert pianist very young, age 6, they're playing Beethoven. Well, maybe is it because their father is a pianist and they had a piano in the home and they explored music earlier. Hazel has a unique education because living in an LGBT family, they have met people of different gender expressions and have...
Tender, just there. What I've always been saying, God, this thing, how adopt Tabana, only part of this group, right? How you confuse kids. She just answered it, purely, straight away. Hore, ngwanoka honna mohara had this group of people. She will learn that. You understand?
Yes,
we don't know.
course.
We don't know, Hore, when you let a gay couple adopt a child, that child, what gender is they? They might just be straight, like you and us. They can just be straight, and then what are you gonna say to them? If na hawa khola bonar papal papa sunana kamukamore. Are you not destroying that child's mind? Are you not destroying?
Where will that child see that?
Do you understand?
And do you know the sad story? You see, now I'm not really much worried about how white people behave and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Look, I just don't give a flying fuck.
It's very far.
But my thing is this. Is when black people get involved, and I've noticed one thing: most black people, they get to be exposed in the shit at varsity.
Yeah.
Yes.
At varsity. Because ngwana utla answer sharp high school and everything let them go to varsity. That's when now the shit hits the fan. Because from there, when they come out, they're no longer the same person that they went in.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So change sheets and now and all these kind of things. And I remember I was doing a talk the other time and I said, and I was talking to professionals and I just throw it in like that. Yesterday I was reprimanded by my
By what?
Reminded by my guys, by my family, to say, hey, bro, sometimes you cause a mess because of you just say it as it is.
Yeah.
And I said, one thing I've noticed is that the Western education does not make black people clever. Instead, it makes them stupid.
Yeah.
More dumber and dumber.
Yeah, because it seems to me that the more they get into it is the more they forget who they are. And that is why it becomes very much important to protect ourselves and the future generation against such kind of shit. It's very much important for us to start to have our own institutions of knowledge where actually our kids can be groomed the proper way. Because I had a problem the other time. My daughter comes back from school, and then it's like they were being told to go in the actual fact, it's not necessary that girls must wash dishes.
Yeah.
Even boys can wash dishes. And I was like, what are you trying to say, baby? Yeah, at school, even boys can wash dishes. It's not necessary for us. And I told my first wife, I said, you see, man,
yeah.
They're starting to influence our kids in a particular way. You understand what I'm saying? Because of this is where now at the same time, and I'm not saying Guti abandon about finding them as in no domestic work. You understand?
Yes.
But at the end of the day, when you are being groomed from that elementary age to actually think like that, what happens? Uzobona manje ukuthi kunalo othanda basekitchen kakhulu umfana.
Yeah.
Wash izitsha wenza wona. Ngasidala uhlanga nabantu estradini bakhuluma wona lamasimba ama gay transgender shit. And then now he starts thinking ukuthi in the actual fact naye he's one of them. He's a girl living in a boy's body. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because of ukula aloko enza all these feminine things. You understand? And that is why I'm saying ukuthi us having our own institutions, us having our own schools where our kids are taught and trained is crucial for the next generation. We cannot allow these people who enslaved us, these people who hate us, who keep on introducing shit all the time and go and sit in a lab to manufacture a new sickness so that it can come and destroy us. We cannot allow these people to educate our kids.
No, not only destroy, also
girl,
benefit. Because when they created this disease, we look up to him for their pharmaceutical thing. Bakhohlwa ukuthi uniki uwazi imithi ngisho wena bo.
Yes. Black people never khona ho itirela di ba khona ho fodisa malwetse.
Shiyona ke mofile.
From our own land. Ba epa mithi ela ko Mung.
Reska motho a ka re bolela rena nosho.
Mokhadi ke tsi phone e khatile what's happening. Let me call her back.
Mara guys, did you see the time like really?
Yeah, no, Rafa's a baby girl, so yeah, like my phone like why what
I want to get a smoke. This topic it's just making me crazy.
You want
Makhadi?
Yeah, it's
I
true.
want a pipe.
It's true.
Makhadi?
I want a pipe. I'm telling you, I'm gonna smoke.
Are you still okay, my girl? You want to phone Nikatamo?
Yeah, I'm still fine. Yeah, I cut you a long time ago.
Yeah, shame. No, but it's fine. But if you can watch us more what we said. Kaselo ko go YouTube or go Facebook ne Facebook or just go to Spotify. Then you can get the podcast in audio mode. Yeah, but when I give us your last parting shot of us, we can like refer later somewhere. Give us your parting shot, and then we take it from there.
Yeah, I think my last words would be Africans must just find back their African way.
Yeah.
So we were lost somewhere.
Yeah.
And we just need to get back and find ourselves.
Yeah.
And it will solve all these other things. I was born this way. This is who I am. Just accept me. All these things. they are just there because we do not know who we are. We lost our way.
Yeah.
Some years back, like a shock or die, but we just need to find, that African way, our African way of doing things.
All right.
In that way, until an African child is an African child, we would all have this confusion because right now we are just navigating the life and navigating the world all confused and all afraid of stepping onto each other's toes. It is because we don't know who we are. We lost ourselves.
Yeah.
So that is just the last thing that I can say. Until we find who we are, we will be confused.
Yeah. So now my last question to you before you go, ne? Onkarabe straight away. What is a woman? Eh?
What?
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 What is a woman?
I said
What
it
is a
inside.
woman?
Tate, what is a woman?
Okay. Let me listen to this.
Yeah. What is a woman?
I don't know how to answer you. What is a woman?
Mosadi ki inga sod. Mosadi ki inga sod. That's
What's
a,
that?
hey, what is a woman in English?
Kadi ke o kgopela.
That is the most crucial question, guys. That I would say, the first one is battling to answer. Even women can do that. Those who are supporting the transgender nonsense, they can't even answer it because now they're saying they are women are
Okay,
scared.
okay. What is a man? What
A
is
man,
a man?
a man is a human adult male. A woman is a human adult female. Done.
Yes.
The transgender people are saying a woman is anybody who identifies as a woman. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
A woman is a human adult female.
Yes.
Done. That's what the dictionary says to us.
I know complication.
Ayo.
And I could be straightforward.
I want to say.
Yeah, straightforward. You can't get confused. You can't get confused.
That is why I said Europeans.
Yes.
Who we are. Everything is young. We never found out for ourselves.
Now they're coming back to tell us that in the actual fact we are buying shit.
The problem like I said, the word woman has been so much in debate nowadays that people can't even define what the woman is. Yes, for us, it's like that question, surprise, it's something you put on the spot. Mosadi King. It's not like we don't know. We do know. But on Baba they do know what a woman is, but they choose not to say it because it will sound transphobic to anybody else who says they're a woman, but they're pipi.
It was a program.
Yeah.
Guys,
Makhadi, thank you, my baby. Do you want to go or you want to stay with us until the fete? Rafet not so long ago, right? Maybe let's say 10:30, we will be done.
It's a weeknight.
Oh man, sorry. All right, Makhadi, let me love and leave you, baby. Thank you so much for being a nice sport with us today. Then I believe you're going to be available for all of our topics. Okay, if we need you, please be available. Right? At least if you have another word, another voice into this whole thing. Beside the Queen is very nice. Ne?
Okay, thank you so much, guys.
I support that. You should be here. You should be part of this.
She should come, yeah.
I like how you
support.
I like how you think.
I
like how she thinks. This lady, it's like that other one who
Oh, Suki? Yes.
Suki.
Yeah.
She should be part of this.
Yeah.
That lady and Ona lady.
Yes,
this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Le mokhadi hape na go barwa tsena ai ke re rude e mare go dula thoma tsena atla ka ile gara maybe mona
Yeah.
standard
For that.
the same
Exactly.
Consistency.
Remember I said
Consistency.
I'm falling in love with her mind.
It's very deep. Deep. Yeah. Okay, my girl. Have a good night. Have a good night.
All right, good night.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night. Bye,
Bye,
guys.
baby. Bye bye.
Thank you, my queen. Bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Utla mainen ena le baby.
Hey, diabo. So, Professor Gauring, it's very much an African to be homosexual. We were never programmed like that. Black people, we never had these things about homodimo. It's again, it's what happened, what went wrong.
What's in my adding? If Rekato said the ancestors Sarina,
Yeah.
Rababuti Sahore, Ntwe.
Yeah.
It's
But also,
Bagara Kaula di Polo, Bara Kaula di Tala, Bara Kaula di
Barley
never found a Lintatina Lunyana.
we never taught you this, yeah.
Yes, Margaret closing statement.
Okay, mine.
You know, Hosina, what I loved today,
Yeah.
which I'm taking home with me,
Yes.
is the way Mine has described how gayism was introduced. I think many people, they don't know that, and they thought that actually they were confused.
Yeah.
Are you born with it, or you learn it from the streets and stuff like that? You see how he explained it, how our ancestors were placed in a shape, and then like sardines.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And then they end up, because of they are in that space for so many months,
Yeah.
they end up fucking each other.
Yeah.
And genetically, that's how it was introduced in their genes.
Yeah.
And now it passed down from generation to generation. Now, that explains again the shit that we see today with certain traditional healers who are claiming what
Yeah. Mudeni, out there.
Exactly. That's where it comes from. Actually, I will say it was the slavery. Yeah, it was the slavery.
Yeah.
Because of that thing was introduced by slavery. It was not there before. Now, I love that part. I love that part because it makes you understand what in the actual fact, since this thing, it was not there before, it was introduced and manufactured by Abelungu. There's no way that we're going to come back if we are sane and embrace it as part of us and say, no, but in Africa, it's just that bekufihlwa. So being in public. So now you're trying to embrace it. It has been part of us, but we've been hiding it. But remember, it was not there before.
Exactly.
It was introduced.
I
mean,
I'm just saying.
And then the question will come when how many people are born gay?
Yeah.
Let's now go back to biology and go back to how a human being is being created. Some are 46 chromosomes. When that sperm comes in contact with that egg, give 46 chromosomes, right? They are copan. There's a mitosis, then they do meiosis. Mitosis they divide. And then they reduce, right? Reduce to 23 pairs because a person cannot have 46. That means half your mama, half your bab. So when the reduction happens, it comes back to having 23 unless a normal human being should look like. Because if you're gonna have 46 to 27, 29, this person will have 3 noses, we'll have 4 eyes, we'll have 6 noses. We'll have all those things.
2 heads.
Because it's 2 people at the same time. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then now, a gay person with a gay gene or lesbian gene or transgender gene or whatever, whereas the 2 parents were straight. And from the lineage, there was never, no one, only a gay person. So where does that gay gene come from?
Exactly.
It's in the Yamunganeng because both parents are straight. There's no in heaven that there could be a dormant gene somewhere, a Robert Mollering. Now I'm just gonna jump. Sukir, it's an angwanaka husoko papa. Or go home, mom. I believe the same way.
DNA genetics.
Come and tell you something.
Genetics.
Until today,
yes,
I'm still yet to see 2 old black men aging together as gays.
As gays, yes.
I'm still yet to see that.
Yeah.
Because of it shows it was never our thing. In the white community, you will still find two buddies together, staying together and stuff like that. But I'm still yet to see that.
But disappear.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
it's because they marry
Okay.
a wife.
Your last closing, Agnes.
You know, not my closing statement. Ne?
Yes.
Funny enough, ne, I heard about this. When did I come here? Oh, no. This week.
You're here
I heard
yesterday.
about it yesterday.
Okay.
This thing, like sardines and everything.
Yes.
And it didn't make sense to me, right? And he was talking about jail. And we were talking about this thing.
Those are institutions.
Yeah.
Understand
funding
now,
these things.
our jails, Chona, they are the right.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
Understand that.
Yeah.
It's not a jail. That is why these days we are jail is nothing.
Yeah.
Very well in that context. Or jail, Kale, the holy soul. So that guy, I told my like this thing. Ya hore, banda never robata like this sardines. Mon ever jiga ba jiga ka fela ba level la ko.
Fella bell, and then emotions are that's one good as one I'll never share bed with a man. I will kill you.
What was happening?
Yes.
In other countries, it's still practiced that thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
once go Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
So.
Yes.
Remember, if you robala that site one for a long time, over now.
Yeah.
So remember those
Blood
guys.
circulation.
How much
One. Yes, but you gonna go.
Ke face ni ke nene ke na leng 6 months ke sa jimara.
And then now, Uben
O
to
tlo
Marawa
futumetse. O felletsa le nna give ina ro okay ka ro ke lebelletse kwa.
Yeah.
E tla ka monne re tla ra re lebella kwa.
Ra
Ka
ka
ya
wena.
bo wena.
Ka mo wena.
Ba botle e tlise re ba mo.
What the
Hey, studies how they started.
Once the mind is start to exercise as something for a long
Long
time,
time.
it becomes a position of survival.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
AI accept and it registers into your cells as well.
Or now I must do this.
When I
When
get on land, ke botsa mosadi o ke mo krang re le go plantationeng. Ke fitla ntwela ke re mfihlo ngoba e seng idlo.
Imhlokomezile.
Ibubezi. Angeke tshela indlovukazi ukuthi hey mina bengilala namanye amadoda.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Iyathula ethi
Yeah.
when I want a true marriage, but through that because my mind is conditioned. Now we started that thing ya DNA, the genetic transformation.
Yeah.
Senza umntwana.
Yeah.
My mind, everything we said about chromosomes are left and it's right. They start to dominate
Yeah.
to go to that.
Yeah.
And then now, the first people me but lenka whether bo gay or bo lesbian are rich or bo mara me go di plantationing.
Yeah.
What's wrong on all? On another that family, e ka botsa base gore re na le ngwana o mong ha gola o rata banna o rata basadi ka
Yeah.
mara ba didimala ya start spread. I get spirit. But we start to accept. That's where we are right now. If kinyako answer any person, because closing statement ya ka gore right now our family e ka reng azanka go ba le a funeral. Our family e ka reng yona azanka experience HIV and AIDS whatever ilori e ntse ke batho bale.
Yeah.
Our family e o senang gay or lesbian or all those things o di beileng.
Yeah.
So, but we accept them and we love them because even now I can have one likeness as well lesbian or gay. Do you think we can't?
It's our
That is why
child.
go budisike like on this platform. I have lesbian and gay friends and I love them and they
Yes.
love me.
Okay.
Unless if bana le crush monna but ba understand that pila hore na ke kam.
Ke tshamekela fana ba fana.
Yes. Mara utlwela, the nice part go horeng. How nkra ke na le bona. We are so happy and we are so joyful and blissful in that moment.
Yes.
I give out le kontle because anything can happen anytime. We just have to adjust to this thing ere bonang ele akitsuru ke plague. Mara ho botlhoko ho botsa motho re wena you are here because ke plague.
Yeah.
Just like HIV.
Hey,
I'm gonna hit it hard.
Yeah.
For families out there,
Yes.
our families na mulwetsi. E ka ba ile mentally, e ka ba ile bolwetsi ba healthy, e ka ba yona this thing. But all of us, we have to love one another.
Yeah. No, what's in my name? Born loving one another. It's a given. It's a given. I don't want to appeal because sometimes people will confuse what you're saying to saying we accept. Born, you are. It's fine.
Yes.
Don't bring it here.
As long no, my nigga, I feel it.
Don't bring it here.
Utwela ka spirituality.
Yes.
Ba o botsa hore there's no way rona ba re claim hore re heterosexual. We have a right to live. Banang ba leng di home, they have got a right to live.
Yes.
Aona mo lo re tla re ho so ho ka mo le ka mo. We are all equal.
No one says nobody must survive.
Yes.
Please live your life. Sama Tom, maine. Our Tom out non tari. I must now call you a she. Ka di just want someone so.
Yeah, wa bona ke
We don't tell you because that is you now stepping on my shit.
Exactly. No, come back.
Why you don't do that.
Yeah, a re etse gore ba rute rena gore ba addressa bjang, but not in a manner e lore e confuse.
That's why you're gonna teach me how to address you as a man, not like mosadi.
Ke ra gore ba accept gore ha nna ke bona monna ka re mo
Yes,
ha ngwana
yes.
ha ha ona le penitsu monna.
Education is bona. It's not ours. Now we know where we stand.
Of course.
Yeah.
Now I'm from the school of thought that says, "Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live.
Exactly.
Thou shalt stone
Bend
them
that
to
bitch.
death, and make sure that you even burn the kids." What?
I'm talking about that very same script.
Deuteronomy verse.
Yes.
Sare mo se mo ya sa maphela mo amu bese.
You know why? You know why? You know why? You know why the issue now is the way it is now.
Yeah.
And mine the reason why it becomes like this is because of we have suffered the wish to leave.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
And now dealing with the consequences.
That is why in the olden days back then, when they will catch you, and here you are not talking about biblical people, but people who did not even read the book.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now because of the seed must not continue.
Yes.
So you uproot it totally out.
Yeah.
Now I'm of that school of thought. I will not have damn gay shit next to my kids or next to my family.
Yeah.
End of the story.
Yeah.
Stay there from a distance, do your own shit there, is fine.
Okay, niggas are face over there. Sorry, man. No, Negitla with that part where I said I have friends
Yes.
and lesbian friends.
Yeah.
They are comfortable about me because the energy that you can feel. I'm not that person who got ole Nazi or gay and lesbian or what. No.
Yeah.
I accept them as the way they are, as long as they know who I am.
Yes.
I relate to women, not to guys.
Yeah.
At the end of the story.
Yeah, right.
Le ha o ka re o invite. Rather we basadi ba di waitress ba le naked or ba laugh naked ba serve ba irang. You can't bring guys ka di thala ba mphadi.
Import.
You bona o tlo ngwa straight.
All right, no. We are okay.
Awesome.
Blela fara ka re.
No, you know what? As they talk, there's things that
are coming to your head.
I
Yes.
didn't know that thing. Right now, kisi period that thing. Never jana condition. They found themselves in that situation.
Yeah.
Now, you come out, you go back to your wife, and then now, you try to this thing now. Masadi wa tena o lebella kwa.
Wa monamela ko.
Nyako motsena hona ka mole, and it's even tighter, it's virgin.
Yeah. Shame.
I will never allow a man to do that to me. Ke o tlhala same time.
No, anal.
Don't do that shit.
Yeah. All right. I think we are done, Musfano.
We're done.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need to get a smoke. I'm telling you.
My face is not just car. I can try to kapil. And then I had a comment from WhatsApp arena 064 from Lebo Kislol Sayoka Trishvili. I bet you says he's never seen a vendor gay man.
Never. Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
This is getting to
Never.
Yeah.
Never. Even Tsonga.
Never. How about you?
Never.
No. But they mara.
By Peter.
We are saying, remember, you can say someone is stronger, mara.
Abai practice kwa.
Yeah, gerora by
Oh, maybe that's a context. Yeah.
No, you know what? That's the common thing. And this is where the bullshit is. People, when they are coming from where they know origin, they don't do this shit. That's what happened to Zim, and that's why Mugabe said, "Let them go to South Africa."
Yeah,
they're not going to practice here.
Yes.
In the Eastern Cape, it is now recently. Okay, now I need to qualify that.
Yeah,
because
I'm going to answer you. I'm going to answer you.
I can tell you right now. I can tell you right now one thing that I've noticed. When you talk about gay men,
yes,
there's a whole lot of fucking Xhosa gay.
Yes.
I'm telling you, funny. It's not even fun. I'm telling you, it's not. Actually, I've seen mostly people who are gays.
They are coming from the
Xhosa.
yes. Why? They were colonized mostly by the white person before the Zulus. I'm telling you.
Apart from that, I think another thing that influenced was within Amaxhosa, especially those ones who were not staying in the rural areas. You had a situation whereby you grow with your mother, the father's not there.
Yeah.
There's no role models.
Oh yeah.
There's no role models.
Like you did say this last time.
Yeah,
You did mention it last time.
So what happens is that what happens is this. In most cases, that's why you listen.
Yeah.
Amadoda Amaxhosa will say, "Oh mama, wangifundisa ukuthi. Oh mama, wangifundisa ukuthi."
Yeah.
So they never had role models of men, unlike Zulu families whereby indoda ikhona, ubaba ukhona.
Yeah.
You learn from ubaba, do all these, men things.
And even his term was here dominate.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Man, Amaxhosa, this single parent thing. Nkuluso mama.
Yeah.
It's a big problem. Then from there now you go, Yogwaluka. Lapayana, you don't know what happens.
Yeah.
So it's a very dangerous thing that is happening, and it's so sad because I began to notice with like Jose Martin when you meet all these people who are gay.
Amaxhosa most of them.
Amaxhosa.
Bayatokisha.
Amaxhosa, and they're proudly gay and accepted by other Xhosa men. Then you go to Amazulu. Okay. Hey, where Baba?
Oh,
Yeah. Where Baba?
When I was growing up, I thought Kuti, there's no Zulu gay people. There's more because I saw more Xhosa people.
Yeah.
You understand the way it's so. They only came to Joburg to exercise and practice that.
Yeah.
But when they Babuele
In Nabanda streets.
And it,
we are men now.
and it explains ukuthi why ulokuzana but the king of the gays.
Ubani?
What Usomis?
Yeah.
It explains why Usomis are nomntwana, because of back then he couldn't practice that shit properly. That's why he knew that he was a man.
Yeah.
It was after Undaba Mhlongo passed on that he began to do
He
that
became
shit.
And
into a freedom.
and do you know the worst thinking can also miss it, just to mention his name. I hope I can say Uswima. It's public knowledge anyway. He himself, a few years ago, we go the daily Sunday Sun.
Yeah.
Sunday Sun. Yeah, Sunday Sun link. There's two of them on a Sunday.
Sunday World.
Sunday World, Sunday Sun. He went to Sunday Sun.
Yeah, they celebrate.
Gay for him to be exemplary to Bahumi. The little girl was still a child now. They even have him. That's when he fell. He fell from grace, but he was a poor man. Then when he came back to being now a gay flamboyant, now he's all over the place.
So he knows his place.
All those things,
and you see what happens in this whole and you see what happens with this whole gay community. If you notice, it's all about money, and fame.
Yeah.
I've been. I grew up in the showbiz a little bit, so we used to do this modeling thing with Bond models, G3, Paul Pullman, and all these guys. And you find in the actual fact, the people who dominate the industry are all queer.
Yeah,
and it's white people. Either it's a DOP or is a casting manager or whatever it is,
all those
the showbiz. So you will have. So when people wanted to get jobs, big jobs. I mean, I remember there was an issue about Paul Pullman at some point in time that actually he slept with Jan Malan, who was the founder of Mr. South Africa.
Is he still alive?
I don't know, but he slept with him to actually. That's what So when all these people now wanted to actually make it, they will have these all things.
Yeah.
So even in the showbiz, this thing is dominated.
Yeah, it's this. Look at America, yeah.
Exactly.
America, if you don't even be big in Hollywood, you're gonna go through this shit.
Go closer. All our even biggest artist, is a man.
P. Diddy, apparently there's something.
He's
Jay-Z and everything.
TD Jakes and all. He's a king of everything.
What the fuck?
Why you?
Induction, not to exit.
Yeah.
And then all this. That's why now I'm very poor.
But you see what's that? You see what's that? But you see what's that? Like I told you, it's a cult.
Yeah.
It's a cult. It's a cult. It's a cult. And the cult make the thing to look as if it's a human thing that has been hidden, but it's a cult. There's some worship that is going on, sacrifices that is done, and there's an exchange of power, of energies, and all these things to assume a higher rank. So it's a cult. Now, unfortunately,
from the Romans to the rappers,
exactly. So unfortunately, most of our people are ignorant of such information. So they just honestly go and move into a space, and then it's like, no, now I'm gay. Now I'm gay. And you don't even know that in the actual fact, by them fucking you at the back, they're initiating you.
Yeah. All right. We're done. Finally.
Once again, give us time to time out.
I can't agree with you. I can't agree with you. So you clearly never talk with
We will continue some other time. To be continued.
All right. Bona, hopefully for you, Neribwa today the LGBTQ and African context. In the African context, is it African to be gay? One thing I want to make is a disclaimer to close this whole thing. We are not attacking anybody whose sexual preference, whatever. That's yours. The problem, we are not gonna be cloned down just because you cannot say something that really affects us.
Yeah.
Like I've always said from the beginning, I don't care what you do in your bedroom. I don't care what you do with whoever. It's your thing. Just don't bring it to me. And don't bring it to my kids. Don't bring it to my kids' school. Because what you see in the US now, it's not nonsense. They've got books about Hamudim that shows 3 little kids. One of them is non-binary. One of them is transgender. One of them is this. They are now having Cocomelon cartoons, which my son loves. My son loves Cocomelon cartoons. My son loved that cartoons. And now they have these 2 guys, a white guy.
We're not gonna close the camera. Let me tell you one thing. You know what happens when catches flu, South Africa sneezes?
Yes.
You know what's gonna happen now?
Yes, I love that money. Give him.
That whole shit that you just explained now is coming down here.
It's coming.
I'm telling you right now.
You said it the other day, like these things then just start.
Celebrating someone's sexual preference. I fail to understand why should the roads be Cape Town. No, Cape Town they even have a zebra crossing. They paint it like that. Better this whole LGBTQ flag. Why should we have that? Can I go and do that? Come my religion as a Christian? No. You understand? Yes. Can we go and do all those things publicly and be accepted as well? I did ask this question way back over and over again, even to when are we going to have our own straight pride marches where we will be in the streets naked with our women and showing kids what we do in our bedrooms, because that's what these children have been shown in these gay pride marches. Men are naked, men are doing sexual acts, performances, and it's okay because it's someone's sexuality that you're supposed to celebrate. I don't have to celebrate your sexuality. You don't celebrate mine. If you're going to come to me and say, well, listen, let's be par and be fair. Celebrate my sexuality and I'll celebrate yours. It's fine. Let's do it. Let's start with Pelican now. Or how do I do this with my wife? Publicly, and then we can do yours. But if now one of us are going to be told we are indecent, we're indecent, we can't do this, this snacks. But I'm going to have to go watch a man naked.
Remember,
but what you're saying, sorry. But what you're saying right now, or that's what they say, you're indecent, blah 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 blah, is the very same thing that they say about State.
Yeah,
it's the very same thing they say about State. State is wrong, is abusive and stuff like that. But when it comes to homosexuality,
everything is fine.
Everything is
fine. Remember,
a
guy was arrested up
Traditional.
and-
Traditional.
yeah.
Ba mo kubile, ba mo
And
kubile
Durban-
mo
and
mo boldas molomo.
Yeah.
Ba ra apara.
Wow,
ka
but
mora moo.
it's
Ba ra apara,
indecent.
yes.
Yeah, ka setsana ka mo hara molo le ba- but people can be naked in the
Mo
street.
strateng.
Ba acting like
So
that.
now it's looking nyakang.
That's
A ke re
hypocrisy.
mo maine
but
ona
everything.
bano ba tloetsa road show ya Stembu. Ke
Yes.
ke ba botsa ebile gore di township tse tsotlhe.
Yeah.
Maine o tla ka dibuka tsa hae le committee ya Stembu.
Yes.
So now na bano ke re le rena ro tse di bus tsela. O itse ro irang.
Yeah.
O ne ke tla ba pere mabashu. Ba swere di chibi ba kuka ba ntsha masculinity ya bona. Ba
Yeah.
swere basadi ba ba kima ba nang le di busu ba etsa. Ba bontsha the Africanness. A ke re bano it's like on competition.
Yes.
That's just my take.
All right.
Namaste.
All right, the last one, Rishabh. Bon,
Yes.
this is on a podcast today, more Spotify. I'm going to upload the video, Ibili. Now, these videos are getting more popular, more Spotify.
Yeah,
than the
yeah,
audio ones.
so what batla lala wetike. Batla nyaka part 2, part 3,
Why, what?
part 4.
Yeah, and,
Yeah,
and
it's
then
much.
if you do want us to do the
You
second
feel
part of this,
this.
until let us know 064548 we'll do it again. This is a free to talk radio station online. Rabulela on Almatalrena switch off, please. It's fine, it's not a problem. Kenya Luira.
Ba bontsha gore o feel setlhare.
Ke tla go bontsha sa wa. So you want to come and talk to us here, like the people who have been on Facebook. Let me just see if who's still watching on Facebook at the moment. Or kidile YouTube. I think YouTube this one. Let me go to the Facebook as PT, and then let me just see if people are still watching with us. But I can see they are still watching with us because it can show me here who is still watching with us, and then if there's any comments, kidibala like as PT. Arbonne. Okay, Ashidi. Okay, Ashi, yeah. All right. Just to go in there and see who's still watching with us. More Facebook. We are on. Yeah. Walter Joseph is watching with us as well, and then yeah. Everybody else who's still being is still with us at the moment. So thank you guys for taking your time, man. Mama Dlamini, thank you so much. I hope we didn't close your ears today, but we are uncensored, unscripted, and unfunded. 3 things that I've chosen as mottos of Khosi FM. We are unfunded. This is my shit killer one. Another important saying.
Yeah.
We are unscripted. We don't have any scripts here. They don't have any notes.
No.
We speak our minds, and we are uncensored. We speak everything the way it is. Because that's their problem. Keep your shit to yourself. I keep my secret in my bedroom, in my house. What am I doing with my person? Go through. You don't have to do the same thing. We cannot be out here, society. Morality. Go out there and celebrate someone's sexual preference. That is nonsense. That is American. That's not African.
Exactly.
So with that, please. No, tomorrow you're not there.
Friday.
Tomorrow is
Oh,
Friday.
Friday kia anything. No.
Madness. If you'll be able to join us,
I'm in on Monday and Tuesday.
On Monday, Tuesday, okay.
Friday ki nyaka noma yini.
it's fine.
Yes.
Tomorrow we're gonna have the Friday Madness show. No, my we're gonna talk about everything.
Yeah,
We're gonna blow
Norma
out
Yini.
everything, and then mine Jibilika will be with us on Monday. We're talking about the political discussion
Political
one,
discussion.
and then Tuesday we are talking about the religion and in the African context.
I'm there as well.
In the hey, so we'll continue that. If you want to have any topic you want us to talk about, please let me know, and then we will then you'll come. Either you come in the studio or we give you a call, then we talk about it.
Yes.
All right. Thanks so much, baby. Beautiful babies. I will see you again tomorrow. No, not going to the headphone is fine. We are done. I will see you again tomorrow. Thank you so much for being with us. We love you. Bye bye. 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 Bye bye.
This guy's short of the chin. Move.